Good evening, everybody. Hello, how are you all doing?
Surt is not here tonight.
Welcome to another Motorsport Mondays.
Me instead. But yeah, same as usual.
Is the SDRL channel live already?
Just need to get.
Thank you, congratulations, for the good luck messages. How's everybody doing? We are at Imola this week, which is not a great track for me. I've muted the laptop as it is working. Let's get my goals configured while we're waiting for the invite. It's unusual for the SDRL channel to be online so soon, but good that it is. Conquaculations, an interesting username there. No idea. I'm just pretty much going to go with whatever the game offers me, to be honest. Medium to hard, almost certainly. Let's give you track information while I sort these goals out. Imola is not a great track for me at all, so I'm not particularly looking forward to this one. I've just done some laps, and I think my best lap in qualifying trim was a 1:16.4, and they're expecting pole to be at least in the 1:14s, possibly even the 1:13s. So, as usual, I'm going to be a couple of seconds behind the leaders, but there's nothing new in that, is there? As I say, it's not my greatest track. Let me just finish this, and then I will talk you through the layout. 1:15, well, you're quicker than me then, Rob. So, nice one. Oh, I don't know. A second ahead of me will probably put you solidly in the midfield, I would have thought. So you never know. Good for you, domestic. 1:15.7. So yeah, you're 7/10 ahead of me. So that's a fair old chunk of time in a 70-second lap. Yeah, I'll definitely be fitting tyres. I found that the grip on the rims is definitely not great. Oh dear, Louis. Well, you can keep me company at the back then if you want. Okay, the lobby is... All right, I was going to talk you through the track, wasn't I? Long start-finish straight with a DRS zone, the only one on the track. It is the first season, yes, congratulations. Turns 2 and 3, high-speed chicane, 4th or 5th gear. Turn 4 is mostly flat out. All of these change in the wet, of course. Another high-speed chicane, turns 5 and 6. Not too much braking to carry the speed through, which is something I find difficult. Third gear left-hander into turn 7, accelerating up the hill through a non-existent turn 8. Turn 9 is another corner that I find difficult, very fast left-hand flick down a couple of gears. Turn 10 is not really a corner. Turn 11, generally flat in the dry. Fairly heavy braking for turn 12. Up the hill to the Variante Alta, I think they call it, the top chicane. Turns 14 and 15. You need to use a lot of curb there, which is something that I am not great at. Run down to the 2 left-handers, very similar to the Lesmos at Monza, but left-handers instead of right. Turns 17 and 18. Good exit out of turn 18, critical, because it leads you onto the very long straight all the way through to turn 2, which has the circuit's DRS zone. So, yeah, let us see how we get on. We can see the lobby is starting to fill up.
Echo, just let me know.
Listening to the dulcet tones of Chocolate in the commentary box as usual. Who have we got in? I have a standby teammate. Hey, Leo Coco PC.
Okay.
This is race 10. I think the season is 12 races. They've timed the season to finish just before the release of F124. And then I'll guess they'll give it a couple of weeks for F124 to bed in before they kick off the next season, and they're hoping to have enough drivers for at least 2 tiers in the next season.
Just send you an invite in a second. I just need to
so I can't imagine which of the 2 tiers I'll be in.
And then I will get that sent.
You know, do you, Leo? They are a reserve driver today. As I say, I have a standing driver as my Ferrari teammate. As the clamour to avoid being my teammate continues, I'm on about my 5th.
You should have sent one.
No, Rob, generally not. As long as you're in the right team.
No, you're in the lobby. All good.
Yeah, as long as you get the right team, Rob, you should be fine. Thank you for the follow, Leo Coco. Good to have you with us. Yes, I think they're calling in the platinum and diamond tiers. Congratulations. Thank you also for the follow. You're on PC. I kind of guessed from your username. I am as well. No, I'll be tier 2.
Josh.
Hey, you'll be fine, Rob.
Is ICU? I can send ICU another invite. Let me just go through the list again quickly.
Yes, I don't think there'll be much Wing in my future, as you'll see once you see me drive. I did a bit of practice just before I went live. My fastest lap in qualifying trim was a 1:16.4. That is a good point. Let me kick off the qualifying prediction. Fair enough, Rob. Quali predictions. You can guess whether I'll be out in Q1, highly likely. Out in Q2, second most likely. 6th to 10th or 1st to 5th. Neither of those two have any chance of happening unless somebody takes out 17 cars in the... Where do I think I'll predict? I predict qualifying about P16 or 17 at best. And then race, probably finishing last or very near last, and it will just depend on how many people retire. I tend to finish, but I have retired from at least 2 races, maybe 3 races, I think, this season so far. I did miss Japan, which is a great shame because it's one of my favourite tracks.
That'd be appreciated. I don't know if you can message him or something. Because I can't see him online. I don't know if he's just loading up or something.
Woohoo, nicely done, Red Duck. Yeah, I love the Japan track, but unfortunately I was away on holiday the week of that race. Thank you, JBG. Good to have you with us. Corn said he may have to leave early, so it's good that you're with us. How are the quali predictions going, I wonder?
There we go. Josh, invite sent to you.
We have 14 drivers currently. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yes, 14 plus chocolate. Not Zyros is just entering the lobby as we speak. What are people's thoughts on Imola as a track? It's, as I say, it's not one of my favourites, and it's also not one of my best. The two tend to go hand in hand. I don't drive Imola very often. You love Imola. Yeah, it's just not a track I seem to be able to get to grips with. There's certain tracks I'm not quick on any track, but some parts are tricky. Yeah, I mean, good tracks for me are Silverstone, Qatar, Netherlands, Japan, Brazil to a certain extent. But even there, I'm still a good couple of seconds behind the fast guys in this league. It will be nice to have 2 tiers so that I at least stand a chance of seeing another car during the race. It's dynamic weather, no standard reduced damage, I think. Sim settings, extreme corner cutting. Strat-wise, I'm just going to pretty much take whatever the game offers me as a default, starting on the mediums, going to the hards. How do I think I'll cope? Not great. This is not my best track by any stretch, Raven. So trying to stay out of trouble and finish the race is about the best I can hope for. I'll see you all the time. Yeah. I suppose. But what tends to happen is on lap 3, I spin, end up 15 seconds behind everybody else, and then never see anyone else again in the entire race unless there's a safety car. So maybe I should make that one of the options in the race performance prediction. I did a few, about an hour's worth just before the stream. My best was a 1:16.4. I probably could have knocked, 3-4 tenths off that to get down possibly into the 15s.
Right. We haven't heard anything from...
So it sounds like we're missing at least 3 people.
From who was it?
Chocolate is kind of running this all by himself because Search is not with us this week.
Yeah, let's get Bowie in. Then Bowie, you're going to be in the Williams.
Maybe Raven. Yeah.
Replacing Shuriken.
So I think they're just trying to get a few extra reserves in to fill the spots. I think 17 means there's 3 missing, Rob. I don't think Chocolate is included in that number 17. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Yo, what's up to Kirby?
Yeah, if you do want to check out the pinned post at the top, that will give you a link to a multi-Twitch URL, which will let you watch a few of the people driving tonight, so you can see their point of view. We're now up to 18. My Ferrari teammate is with us, which is nice. I've been the only constant Ferrari driver, apart from missing 1 race in the entire season.
All right, then. So we have...
It's not too bad, Josh, thank you.
Yes, Williams.
Not particularly looking forward to this race.
Bowie has taken their car.
We will see.
I think we can get going.
Okay, so it looks like we're just waiting for the one more driver to choose their car.
So yeah, everybody, let's ready up and get going.
Okay, ready up call has come. Get those qualifying predictions in. I need to mute this because this is copyrighted audio. If you want to see the channel trailer, Q2 and points, we will see Raven, but I think that's unlikely. Are there points for consistently showing up and staying in a seat? Sadly not, Red Dog. Evening pint size. Yes, thank you, Josh. Sadly not. I'm coming up in a sec. There you go, there's me. The likeness is outstanding, don't you think? That might be a Slowpokes thing, yeah. So, tyre allocations. Yeah, let's stick with the regular ones, I think. Okay, we should be able to have commentary back. Oh, not quite. There we go. So good luck, everybody, as we enter into qualifying. As ever, I'm using Sim Racing Centre setup. Exclamation mark SRC in the chat if you're interested. A huge amount better than the default setups. I can wholeheartedly recommend them. The exclamation mark SRC will get you an affiliate link, which helps support the channel, as well as a discount code that gets you 5% off anything you buy from them. They do setups for all the major racing games, a Assetto Corsa, F1, iRacing, the rally game. They'll also do lap analysis, training sessions. They'll race engineer you if that is your thing. So,
Hello,
weather is dry for the entire weekend, which is good. I'm not expecting to get out of Q1, so
welcome to
we don't
round
need to worry
10
too much
of
about that.
Saturday Racing League. Here in Imola, it's Chocolate, and we are just about to get underway. Oh, I've upped family on. Okay.
Oh, what's Chocolate messed up? We got Parc Ferme on. I guess that's what he's messed up. Can someone, if that hasn't been pointed out to him in the SDRL official channel, can someone point out to him that Parc Ferme is on? That may not be deliberate. It certainly hasn't been in previous races.
So, yeah, we are now just going to get underway. Just setting everything up. First
Thank
car
you, Red
out
Dog.
onto track is Takubi. Could I just
Yes, Sir Dogan is here.
Sir Dogan in the com box, guys. He has made it. All right.
Okay.
Yeah, we've still got Park Ferme on.
Okay, the thing is, should we restart the lobby after the quali, or should we restart right now? Just only a minute.
The issue with restarting it now is we'd have to retire through all 3 quali sessions and the race. It is completely dry. So.
Okay, so after the quali then.
Yeah.
Okay. So that means we don't have to worry about fading tyres because there's going to be a restart after quali.
Yes, Park Ferme is on. There will be a lobby restart after quali.
The guy you just heard is Sir Dogan. It's his league. He's been away this week, so he wasn't sure he was going to make it back in time. As it happens, he has. But happy with us, sir.
You always drink, or will you not be able to drink the lobby?
I mean, okay, yeah.
Alright then. So, first driver
Hey, the people,
flying lap here to Kubi.
People who reckon I'll get out of Q1 are optimistic.
Well, turn 2 really. Turn 1 is part of the straight through the chicane now towards Villeneuve. There's a lot of chicanes on this track actually. One of the key characteristics really. It's just the number of chicanes. Up the hill now again towards Peratella, turn 8.
Trying to keep out of the way of all these cars just in case they're on a fast lap.
He's doing, but I expect they're going to be pretty decent. Back up onto the power again now, heading down towards the Variante Alte. It's one of the tricky chicanes on this track. Very hard with the track limits especially. Trying to get that one right, he has managed to make it through without trouble. Now down to the final 2 corners. Late on the brakes, get it turned in, make sure you keep within those track limits on both exits, foot to the floor, and now down towards the line we go. And it's a 1 minute 15.8 on his first run here in Q1. Next car to the line is going to be one of the Hasses, with Devil coming back to the pits, and then we have Dantax on the intermediates to the line set a 1 minute 21.9. And then we have one of the Williams, I believe, starting the lap.
Here we go. Not ideal having that car on the right, stop them taking the line, but...
So Bowie going fastest now, a 1:14.9, almost a second faster than the lap.
That was bad.
Maybe mistake. Actually, I think he might have had his ERS off on that first lap. We'll have to wait and see as the session progresses as to what sorts of lap times he does. Lewis unfortunately invalidated his first flying lap here, so he won't be improving. We have one of the McLarens late on the lap. Currently there's a couple drivers coming through the middle sector here. I believe Downsy's invalidated unfortunately. Rob is going to be the next one across the line, I believe, to finish.
That lap's wasted.
With that, let's see what he can put together as he comes to the start finish line now. What time is he going to get on the board? It's going to be 1 minute 18.4 for him. And then we have the Ferrari of AD across the line, a 1:18.4 for him as well, just half a tenth behind Rob. And then we have Alpine starting lap late at across the line. This is a 1:19.3 on the intermediates. we have a couple cars coming to the end here. Lewis, unfortunately, just invalidating another lap for himself. Not going to be helping
Oh,
his
you're
cause.
kidding.
All those drivers coming into the pit lane here. One of the Hasses, that is Dantax. He's coming back as well.
Yeah, I messed my lap up completely at the top chicane.
Got a couple cars of traffic potentially coming up in this final sector. Zyros also, I think, might be starting his potentially. Yeah, he's starting his lap now.
I may as well come in on this lap because I've already invalidated my next lap.
Sets the fastest lap. It's a 1:14.3 in the McLaren. I think this is going to be a very interesting fight for pole. We've got Raven, Jacoby, ICU, Barbados as well, and then there's a few outliers who maybe could get an outside chance. Unsg, Latat, who else is there? Maybe Devil, we haven't really seen his pace around here.
Yeah, Devil is also decent pace, and let's see what's serving.
Yeah,
Viper, and okay.
I've lost an awful lot of time in that chicane.
Yeah, straight up to the top of the timing tables. Aston Martin and Berkey across the line. 1:19.9. I assume that was on intermediate. Yes, it was. Yes, let me just reinvite Devil quickly. There we go.
So 1:14.2 someone has already set.
On flying laps, we have Rob and Zyros. Zyros coming to the line now. He is going to set a 1:14.6, putting himself up to third fastest. I think that time will safely.
My fastest time before the session was nearly 2.5 seconds off pole already. Off the fastest time so far, anyway.
Josh has just started a flying lap here. This is his first lap of the session. He'll be looking to make his way into Q2,
tyres?
I think, on this grid that we're
so
racing
they're
today.
not worn enough to give me any lap delta, so let's go out on these tyres again. Try and set a half decent lap, and then at least hopefully I'll get another run in before the end of the session. What time is 15th currently, somebody please?
Coming now through Piratella and down the hill towards Ackerman Valley. Let's see what's lap time.
I'm currently in 7th, so no point telling me times actually.
How's it going to compare to those around him? 50.6 doesn't seem too bad. Let's see though, as he comes to the line, what sort of time he's going to put in. He's got a Ferrari in front of him he's going to navigate his way past. And then sailing now to the line. What time can Josh put on the table? It's a 1:16.2 up to 6th place currently, but still 8 drivers yet to set a lap. Quite a few of them on track right now as well. First one who's going to finish a lap, I believe, is Milton, coming now through sector 2. Currently got 2 cars out on track on the medium tyres as well. Alpine and a Haas. So some people not wanting to use all of their first up too early, maybe expecting to get into the later stages of the qualifying. Actually, we've got so Luffy now across the line goes 5th fastest at 1:15.2. Takubi has retired. He's crashed. Let's go on board with Echo, see if we can see this. I think he's just lost it on the exit of Tamburello and he's into the barriers. So unfortunate for him. So currently his time of 1:15.8 I think should make it through to Q2, but he won't be able to participate any further. That is.
Okay, so got one driver out already.
A shock exit for sure. Dragonflies coming through. Sorry, what were you saying?
Yeah, no. Currently he's leading the driver standing by 18 points, right in front of ICU. It's going to be very interesting. ICU's time will be also the big decider.
Yeah, 7 minutes still left in the session. I think he should have plenty of time to get a clean lap in. Dragonfly is 15.0 up to 5th fastest. And ICU is on an out lap currently, coming through the middle sector.
Board invalidated
Echo
there.
to the line now. He sets a 1 minute 15.5.
Breaking out. What happened?
You left.
Oh, AD.
I'll send you another invite if the same thing happens again. Yeah, I'll just switch off. Right, so I sent you another invite.
Okay, another lap screwed up. Okay, we'll do one more on these tyres.
By the way, before you continue, Barben is currently P5 in the driver standings, and Bagwiper and Remod is not racing in this very race, which is P3 and P4 in the standings.
Yeah.
So it's going to be crucial for Barben to score some good points.
Yeah, I was a second up until I screwed that last corner.
Third fastest with a 1:14.4 on a set of medium tyres.
Jesus,
So
114
he
on
is really
mediums.
showing some pace here. Bowie, I think that was jump at 4th, I'm not sure. Oh no, that was Devil up to 8th with a 1:15.3. Probably not the cleanest lap for him. I think there's some more pace to come from him. ICU now on his first flying lap. He's on the set of mediums coming through the middle sector. Let's see what he can do. Barman's on a 1:14.487.
A lot of traffic behind me.
Beats that. The two Hungarians going at it here. Who has
Okay,
the pace?
two more
Cyrus
cars, then I can go, I think.
He thinks he'll make through one. ICU spun.
ICU
Just keeps it out the barriers on the exit of Variante Outer, losing the car. Rocket in chat said, will ICU spin? And then as soon as he said that, ICU losing the car as he trying to take all the curve there, full send over those really high curbs. Bowie retiring from P4, Dragonflies retiring from P6, all of them thinking they're safely through. ICU's first lap gone now with that spin, and he is going to be under a lot of pressure on a track where it's so easy to get a track limit warning. He is going again. Is he fueled up? He has 2 laps of fuel left here still. On a track, Lewis down in P19 retiring. He hasn't completed a lap. He's crashed actually. We see with ICU, I think he's done the exact same thing that Takupi did on the exit of Tamburello into the barriers on the right hand side. So unfortunate for him. ICU has enough fuel for one more attempt on this set of tyres on a track where it's so hard to keep it within the I'm not sure. Well, he's matched his sector one time. I can't actually see his ERS because of my camera angle.
It's only 30%.
Well, it's going to be a tricky end to this lap because he will run out of battery. But I think as long as he can keep within the white lines, Barbers went third fastest with a 14.4. Without ERS, I don't think it's going to cost him more than a second, to be honest. Takupi did 15.8 with no battery at all. Well, let's see now coming towards Ravazza.
8%?
He might actually just about get away with it. We've got a Haas stopped down at turn 2, and he's into the pit lane. Maybe not confident that lap was fast enough. He's bailed out into the pits. We have Lay on another lap here, on a set of medium compound tyres. This will be, I expect, her one and only dry time across the line, a 1:15.1 up to 7th fastest. Ahead of Nuki though, so...
No, I don't think I'm going to get round to the pits in time to do another lap.
Marvin, Lay and ICU trying to set a lap on medium. They just don't want to show what exactly they are capable to do. Kind of scary for that driver.
So Takubi, you will start at best 15th. If no one beats your lap, then you'll effectively move into Q2.
How's that?
You won't be able
Is that any better?
You won't be able to set a time. Downsy now currently sat in P13. He's coming around. I expect this will be his final
Thank you,
lap
Phil.
in that
Good to have you
DRS.
with us.
Downsy coming into the pit lane. He is going to be very much at risk. On a 15.8 currently. ICU behind still. Berkey as well. I think they both have the pace to improve here. ICU is heading out on the track. Now we have 1 minute 50 left in the session. He should have some time. Anybody on a final lap? Berkey is on a lap 8/10 up. His first lap was on intermediates though, so definitely going to be some time to find here. AD has invalidated his current lap. Currently not on to make it through, but if he has the fuel, I think he will have a chance. I'm sure Shan has retired as well.
I don't think I'm going to get another lap in, am I? It's a 1:17 out lap.
Let's see what Berkey can do. I'm expecting him
me out in
to
Q1 by the look
quite
of it.
solidly get himself up into
JVM
that top 10.
VRVR, Kevin Magnussen. Is that a reference to me?
And there might have cost him a little bit of time, but I think we can expect a 1 minute 50
Yeah,
here from
so
Berkey.
cutting the corners there
as he
to
comes around
try and
the
get in
final
so I could do
corner.
another lap on a clean set of tyres, but
Up
fresh set of
towards
tyres
the
rather.
start-finish line. It's a
But
1:15.8, only
unfortunately,
13th
I haven't got enough
fastest.
time left.
Dantax retiring down in 17th. He will be out here in Q1 alongside Lewis. AD into the pits as well. He is
Insufficient
going to be
time.
out in Q1 alongside him. So we have ICU on an outlap. We have Rob on an outlap.
So
Downsy
currently
in the pits
P18,
at risk currently.
ICU will go quicker than me, so I'll end up P90. I thought we had two people crash out.
Could potentially knock Downsy out here if they could pick a lap up. Everybody in front of them is safe as there's only two people left to set laps.
Hey Michael,
so these are the two
racing
laps we
not
need to
going
focus
particularly
on
well.
here.
This is not
Rob
my track,
and ICU,
unfortunately,
can
but
they
we
beat
will
the
see how it goes.
1:15.884 that Downsy has set. Here we go with ICU.
Sadly, a very poor qualifying session for me. A good second down on what I managed while practicing earlier on.
Coming
So
down
that is a shame.
towards the Tamburello
Just going to open my window. It's getting a bit warm in here.
Trap 185.3 miles per hour.
What tyres is he on? He's on a set of medium tyres? Yes. So
It is what it is,
he
Michael.
is playing it a little bit
Realistically,
risky, but
I am going to
I
be
think he knows
practically
how
the
to
slowest
to
person
beat
in the race anyway,
15.8
so
here.
the odd couple of
Neville
positions
went
up the
sixth
grid
fastest, by
wouldn't
the
have
way.
made too much
Yeah,
difference.
he's showing some pace.
Yep. Indeed.
Takubi, it was who crashed out, I think, but looks like already set a 1:15.8. So.
Of Rob in front of him, actually.
It is a league race,
So
yes, Phil, the
let's see Rob
SDRL.
across this middle
Exclamation mark
sector,
SDRL
spacing
if you want
half
some
a
more
second
info.
up.
Improving. Oy, oy, oy.
But
Downsy
not
in the danger.
enough. He needs to find a second, so he's going to need at least half a second in this final sector.
A 1:14.1.
ICU 3/10 down on his best. Barbans goes fastest with 1:14.1 on the medium tyres. Really impressive lap
That's
from him.
scary.
So Rob needs to find a decent chunk of time through this final sector. Up towards the start-finish line now. DRS open. He's got ICU
Yes, this
right
league
behind him as well.
is basically
Rob
designed
stays
for me
16th
to troll
fastest,
around at the
not able
back,
to find
pretending
time.
to be the
ICU
medical
up to
car,
7th
essentially.
under pressure. Managed to
Everyone
get
is
the lap
way
done.
quicker than
think
I
he's
am.
Definitely playing it safe with those track limits. Unfortunately, Rob is out, and yes, Downsy is knocked out as well, of course, because why is Downsy knocked out? I think as Takubi's lap was faster.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't do this track. Just full stop. Like I say, the best lap I managed to do beforehand was a 1:16.4. I maybe could have knocked 4 or 5 tenths off that, but that still would have put me 2 seconds behind the current fastest lap.
So there we go.
And they're sort of expecting someone to get in the 1:13s.
Lewis, AD,
today.
Dantax, Rob.
Ah, yeah, the guy who did a 1:14.1 as well, did it on mediums.
A big shock
So,
after crashing out on
just
the
goes to
exit of
show.
Tamburello. He will not be taking any further part.
So there you go, confirmation
Very
P19.
For him.
P15 was a 1:15.8, so realistically I would never have got that anyway. Even if I'd done my fastest lap
With the softs and
of a
if I would be
1:16.4, I would have been P18. So
I would be not happy.
realistically, that is my pace.
0.1 front of all the soft runners.
It's really impressive
So
pace. We'll have to
leaving the
wait and
capable
see.
hands of
By the time we reach Q3, the
chocolate.
elevated grip, the soft compound tyres,
Oh, nice
minimum
one,
fuel,
Rob.
maximum push. What
Did
sort
you get
of
through
time
to Q2?
Barbara's
I
able
didn't
to
notice.
hit. I think it's going to be a very interesting one here. I think he's probably been putting a little bit of practice in.
I only used one
maybe
set
we're
of
gonna see a
tyres,
1 minute
but
12.
I meant to do
I'm
2
not
runs, but just
too
kept
sure.
cocking
We'll
my
have to
laps
wait
up.
and see.
Hey, it is what it is.
I would like
So-
to remind everyone that there will be after quali there will be lobby restart, so don't hesitate to use all of your
I think you can, Corn.
Guys, just
subject
use
to
whatever you want. There will be
penalties for blocking.
You will have your tires.
I am
Yep.
19th. Full stop.
And
I should think
if
myself
any of
lucky
the
that somebody
drivers not
retired
out
without setting a
would like
time.
to hop in quickly for a mid-quali interview or anything they want to talk about from that first qualifying session,
Exactly.
make your way into one of the VCs and we can drag you in for a quick one.
16,000 channel points gambled in
Just while the drivers are heading
in
out
that
on
prediction.
their out laps.
4 people win a share of them, so well done.
Alright then. So first car out onto track, Dragonflies in this session. Let's wait and see. Latat going out on soft, that's another, or medium, sorry. There's another car, I can't see who it is, currently has the mediums fitted, let's just get that up. Latat and Zyros currently have medium tyres fitted here in the first part of Q2. I think maybe they're going to try and do 3 runs on the softs in Q3, saving tyres for that final qualifying session. Latat managed to get out of Q1 on a set of mediums, so she will still have 3 softs available plus the Q3 soft. In fact, if she chose the softer allocation, then that'll be 4 softs available for Q2 and an extra one for Q3. Lay could use do a medium run here, 2 soft runs, and then 3 soft runs in Q3, and that would give her some very nice pace here. We'll have to wait and see what she does now, though. Dragon now starting.
Lay was originally my teammate at Ferrari.
13 minutes
before
left in the session. Still
giving up to take over commentary duties for a while, but now made herself available as a reserve.
Quite a way out in front.
Driving for McLaren this evening.
Coming through Villeneuve now, and he's lost the rear. He tried to carry the speed through and just had a snap of oversteer mid-corner and into the gravel trap for him. The Ferrari of Angstg going past now. He's invalidated his lap, though. I'm not sure where he's done that, but his lap is over as well, which means that Josh is the first driver currently on a valid lap, really. The other 2 drivers both having troubles here in the early parts of this lap. There's so many cars invalidating. Josh invalidating as well. Latat's invalidated. One of the AlphaTauris, I think that must be Shan.
Yeah, the trouble is, Rob, they didn't realise that Parc Fermé was on until people actually made it into the pit lane. So
7 track
you're
limit
absolutely
violations, which is very surprising just in one lap. So
yeah, I skipped if you get too many track limits warnings. It invalidates your next lap as well, which is a little bit unfair because I was only doing it to stay out of the way.
For him, Dragon says a 134.4, but
that's a little bit unfortunate for me, Corn.
Down at the Villeneuve chicane.
Sadly, nothing I can do about it. I can't claim an extra qualifying lap.
0 for him. Definitely still some pace to find. Shan, as we said, had
thinking back when I came in after that, I should have put fresh tyres on.
Then we have invalidated as well. So now over to Rayburn on a set of soft compound tyres, getting a bit out of shape on the exit of the penultimate corner there, almost invalidating his lap himself. A 1:14.0 for him.
So someone is getting to the 1:13s in this session, almost certainly.
Lap here now. Next car to come to the line is going to be Berkey. Let's see what pace he has here on these soft compound tyres to the line. It's a 1:15.0. A second behind Rayburn.
Yeah, this is true, Corn. It's a difficult bit of
the rest of the guys.
It's a difficult bit of the track to keep out of people's way, though, because the line goes naturally. And wave my hands around there, you can't even see me. The line goes naturally from one side of the track to the other. So the only way I could realistically stay off the line for the entire straight there was to go off track. But unfortunately, I think the problem is officially there's a corner in there. Turn 1, I think, is officially between the start-finish line and the first chicane.
Round 2. And
Let's just bring up the track info. Yeah, you see, turn 1 is there, and I think if I was off track through that, then and stayed off track for long enough, then I think
this race might be the one.
it invalidates your next one as well,
Yeah,
which was not
for
ideal.
sure. There's definitely always a possibility here. I'm just going to send Raven an invite. Unstg just went second fast with the 1:14.4. Where is Raven? Oh, Raven's not online for me.
Yeah.
That's not good.
Well, like I say, it is what it is. Even if I'd set a lap at the same time as I had in my practice, I would only have been 18th.
On the exit of
So it's no great
he was
loss,
talking
really.
about you, Josh. He was talking about your best quality of the season.
I did, Josh, yeah.
Barbant's now on a flying lap. He's on the medium tyres again here in Q2. Coming down towards the final 2 corners, Ravazza.
Yeah, it's certainly if you invalidate on the last corner generally. Takubi, thank you for the follow. It's good to have you with us.
1:14.7.
I hope your quality
those are the same
isn't going
tyres
too bad. You
in,
crashed out of Q1, didn't you? That was
Q1,
unfortunate. You
which
at least made it to
explains,
Q2.
the 6/10
more than I did.
drop-off in pace.
Yeah, if you invalidate the last corner, it's considered as giving you an advantage for the next lap. Whereas what I did was basically cut half of the track. Well, it went better than mine, Takubi. I screwed up my first 3 attempts, came in for a new set of tyres and realised I hadn't left myself long enough to actually get out and do a run. But it's no great loss because I would have been 18th even if I'd set a lap of around the time I managed while I was practising beforehand. So difference between P19 and P18 is minimal.
To Q3.
Yeah, it certainly is. There's a lot of places where it's very easy to go off track.
As well, 2 tenths up through the first 2 sectors.
Yeah, it does because they can
another medium. Actually,
they can run
his used medium.
the soft tyres.
Let's see what he's able to do now.
Yeah, unlucky Takubi.
Towards the start-finish line, is he going to find the time to improve? Can he get himself up into P2? Yes, he can. It's a 14.3 for him. Nice.
Yeah, I got that because you crashed your out of Q2 as well.
And Echo just started,
which is a bit of a shame.
As Zaros was finishing his first flying lap of the session. I believe he had an invalidated lap earlier on.
Well, unlucky Rob.
But now coming through 24 to
exactly, but within the limits of the game, you can't edit the tyre allocations when you restart a lobby, so you just have to start with a full complement of tyres.
From Echo here.
It is what it is. Mistakes happen. As I say, everyone gets the same benefit. I could have used 3 sets of softs in Q1 and still had a set left for the race, I think.
Not spinning the car.
But, you know, there you go.
He keep it within the track limits on the exit just about. He was on that white line, I think. Coming now down towards the final 2 corners. Still not home yet. It's still possible to invalidate on these final 2 corners. Playing a little bit safe through the first one. Almost losing it on the second one. He does keep it within the white lines, though, as he comes to the line. It's a 1:15.8. I was close. I was thinking 1:15.5, couple tenths off. Not too bad.
Just run off a Murphy, by the way. 0.2.
Yeah, not the biggest gap. ICU again, leaving it late to set a lap. He's just coming out onto track now on a set of soft compound tyres.
Yeah, the difficulty was they set the lobby up with the wrong parameters. They set it up with Parc Ferme turned on.
It'll be interesting to see what he does.
Yeah, I mean, it was announced before anyone had gone on track. So, you know, it's the same for everybody at least.
Red Bulls,
you occasionally get it partway through the session as well. Someone will sometimes get a grid penalty that they reverse, but the only way they can do that is to restart the lobby and then manually edit the grid.
We'll have to wait and see how the rest of this lap
these things happen within the limitations of the game, and it's about the best you can do,
still
really.
on the mediums, actually. Losing the rear, though, out of Aqua Minerale. He crossed the middle sector, but he's lost time 3/10 off of Raven's middle sector. Unfortunately for him. But if he can find some time in this final sector, he might be able to get himself back ahead of Zyros. He needs to find about a 10th.
So how's my Ferrari teammate doing?
2 corners here.
Currently P3,
Wait and
a
see. He might pick up a little bit
1:14.4
of a slipstream. Never mind.
Almost.
on the
Almost
mediums.
leading the car, yeah, exactly. Across the line, he's a 2/10 down. Unfortunately, not able to find the time. We do have, I believe that's ICU. No, it's Josh coming into the pit lane.
Because it's me, Nielsen, come on.
No,
Be realistic.
I must have been seeing things.
If you saw my attempt at Q1, you'd understand why I'm not
Is
P1.
Mufi on a lap? Mufi 2/10 down through the first sector. Zyros has retired in P2, 6/10 down through the middle sector. He is not going to be improving. Let's head to ICU then. Let's go on board with him.
Yeah, you didn't
for
miss
his
much from my
flying
point
lap
of view.
now. Barbance has also just started a flying lap in front as well.
I think I invalidated about
Last
3 laps,
corner.
made 2 of them really crap,
Oh, going into pit.
and ended
Yeah,
up
he was
19th
about
because I
6
didn't give
down, I
myself
think.
enough time to come in and get a fresh set of tyres.
Not too surprising with 4 minutes on the
But
clock.
as I keep saying,
So-
I did some practice beforehand, and even if I'd
See, Barbance sets the fastest.
even
first
if I'd
sector by
achieved the
just over a
fastest time I
10th.
got while practicing beforehand,
ICU,
I would still
a
only have been
10th off of
18th.
Barbance's pace and
So,
loses the rear through Tosa. That's not going to be great for his time here. Let's head over to Barbance right now. He's on the soft compound tyres now. This will be, I think, his first actual lap on these tyres as well. Every other lap been on mediums.
Drifting in
To
the corners.
middle sector split now. Fastest at 25.4. He sets a 25.49. He's about half a tenth off through that middle
No,
sector.
Nielsen, it was ruined by my crap driving.
It's very close actually right now between Raven and Barbance. For this time, it's going to come
Yeah,
down
that's
to the
a
final
good
sector, I
strategy, Rob.
think.
The trouble is you actually have to make it through to Q2
Let's
for
see,
it to
towards the
work.
start-finish line now. Has Barbance managed to find the time to go fastest here? Is he into the 13s? Yes, he is. It's a 1:30.
There we go. There's our first 1:13 lap.
And yeah, ICU, I don't think it's going to be as good of a lap. A 14.5. He did have quite a big mistake, a moment with the rear on the exit of Tosa turn 7. And I think that has cost him a decent chunk of time.
What do you think? Maybe he's hiding pace?
I don't think so, to be honest. It would be very, very risky to do it this late in the session. 2 minutes 30 left on the clock. There's a chance he might... I don't think he will have time, actually, for another lap.
No, I don't think so.
This-
He's done.
This could be potentially
Yeah, well,
a bit scary.
I don't
for
think I
ICU.
would have,
Maybe a
so
knockout
it's not the end
coming.
of the world for me.
Who do we
Hekovi's delighted, I bet.
That must be it, Nielsen. Yeah,
For
someone's
sure, it
hacking
will
time.
definitely make his chances a little bit better.
Yeah, I think that
So
was it was
Dragonfly
asked.
starting his final lap of the session now. He has had 1 lap with a spin down at turn 5 Villeneuve and 1 lap invalidated as well. Let's see if he can do better this time around. through
Anexia
section 1.
improved 0-1.
Yep,
He just secured his P3.
and that was on old mediums. So
Yeah.
this delta from Dragon is not going to help us all that much. I'm looking at his sector time, so 23.9 through sector 1, not too far off the purple sector actually. Little bit squirrely on the exit there
So,
of turn 8.
My teammate has done a
through
1:14.2 on
now.
medium tyres. That's
Let's
just...
come up to this middle sector. But ICU has
unfair.
retired. He is going to be P6 at best in the Q2 session. He
And
could
the
be at risk of
unfortunate thing is,
elimination.
as a reserve
With the
driver, he
number of
can't
drivers behind
score
on
points for the
laps,
team.
Everybody apart from Mufi in P10 on a lap currently. 1 minute
I don't
left
think
on
he's the
clock,
permanent
still
replacement
time,
driver,
I
actually.
believe, for everybody to get round.
He could
to
well be,
start a
actually. I
flying
think
lap.
it may well have
Dragon
been
now
a driver
coming
transfer.
towards Ravazza. He's just got to keep it within the limits for one more corner. He does manage it. Let's see. Where can he put his Mercedes?
No.
Can he get
My
up
qualifying
the order?
lap was something like a
P9.
1:17 something.
He is into the 14s,
May even have been a
but it's only
119
P9.
actually.
Yeah.
And with you got Berkey, we got Echo on a lap
Yeah.
as well currently.
Yeah,
Let's
the
go
best
over
lap
to
I
him.
did beforehand
Going
was
through the middle sector, up
1:16.4,
marginally on his
which
time.
is
Echo needs to find 8 tenths
2.5 seconds
if
off
he
pole
wants to,
currently.
go ahead of Dragon. I think ICU is probably looking safe now. Lei just starting her final lap of the session. Yeah, the exit there not looking
No worries,
great
domestic.
from Echo.
Hopefully see you
I think that
later.
Probably cost him a little bit of time. He's 3 tenths up on his lap right now. And he's invalidated.
Let's hope they weren't used.
15 seconds left on the clock. He won't make it to the line to start another one. Let's see what Leigh's doing on these softs. 3/10 up through Sector 1 already. Very nice first sector. She's currently on a 14.5, only half a second off of the fastest lap
they
in the
do.
session. 3/10 through Sector 1 is
They
a
do
massive
suggest
time jump.
people do the tyre
Checker flag
reset.
is out. So
This
we
is
are
true,
losing
Red Dog.
Goofy, we are losing
And you know
Echo,
mine.
but there's still 2 more spots.
Yeah, I mean, they do ask
Takubi
that you
also
listen
gets
to the
more time with his
commentary
crashy
because, for
Q1,
example,
still
if we
2
get
spots
safety
left to be
cars during the
taken.
race,
Is it going to be Bowie? Is it
then
going
they
to be
will
Josh?
ask
Is it going to be Berkey?
drivers
Is it
to
going
let
to be
lapped
Dragon?
cars through.
I think those are four
And if they're
currently
not
at risk
listening
here.
into the commentary, then they
Latex
won't
now
hear that
coming
because the
through
game
the
will not
final
let
sector.
you
Just got
unlap,
one
so
car of
the
traffic in the
driver
form of
ahead has to
Dragon
go off
getting out
track.
the way now. She might pick up a bit of a slipstream here towards Ravazza. 2 corners to go. I think she's going to be safely through without this lap anyway, but it is a confidence thing to the line.
Leigh goes quicker, 1:13.9.
1:13.963, fastest by 200ths of a second. Then we have Shan, I think, coming into the pit lane there. Berkey to the line, improves up to P9. Can Bowie or Josh knock Dragon
Rob,
out
if you
here
listen to the SDRL
in
official channel, which is what
Q2,
you can hear
Bowie
on
to
my
the
stream
line.
at the moment,
It's a
then
1:14.6.
that is the official
Knocks
source.
Dragon out. Can Josh make an appearance here in Q3? Coming around the final 2 corners. He will be knocking Berkey out if he does. Round the final corner, on the limits with those
It's
track
good to have you, Rob.
limits. To
The commentary
line.
will be on
Has he
here
got
as
the
well, but it
time?
will be a few
no,
seconds
he has
delayed.
Not. Only 13th fastest, a 1:15.3 for him. Up ahead of Echo,
Yeah, fair
though.
enough, Rob.
And Berkey just barely making it through there in the end by just over 1/10 of a second. So there we go. Leightat fastest here in Q2 ahead of Barbans.
So
Both
2
of them
people
on the
making it
soft
through on
compound tyres.
mediums.
Interestingly, we have Angstji and Zyros both on the mediums, only a couple of tenths behind those soft runs. Dragonflies, Mufi, Josh, Echo, and of course Takubi. The eliminations from Q2, both
No, the
Mercedes
Zandvoort event was
out
for the
of
Sunday, which
Q3.
isn't the one that tracks SDRL. It's the
That
Wednesday
is a
events that
surprise
track
for sure. That is
SDRL.
not something I expected to see coming into this race. And yeah, unfortunately for Dragonflies, missing out by just over
Unlucky
a tenth
Josh.
of a second. Could have been Q3 for him, but unfortunately he misses out. So we make
Nicely
our way
done.
now
I
into
screwed
Q3.
my I screwed
It's gonna be
Q1
super
up
close.
by
It's
not
gonna be super
leaving
close.
myself
But yeah,
enough
it's going to be
time.
interesting to see who's been hiding their pace as well. Fastest
Okay,
lap
I'm
in
going
this
to
session was a
go for a quick
13.9.
loo break. I will leave you in the
I've
capable hands of
seen,
Chocolate
at
and
least from
Cert.
Rayburn,
I will see you back in a couple of seconds, a couple of
13.6,
minutes
I
rather.
believe it was.
Bye for now.
So I think there's still plenty of time to find, and based on the medium lap that Barbans did in Q1, a 14.1, I'd expect he can find similar time as well. We'll have to wait and see. Been pinged on Discord. Who's pinging me? No clue. Alright. Well, there's a car heading out onto track. I'm not sure who it is.
Styros. Most of the cars are just.
5 cars heading out early on. How many people have saved tyres to do 3 runs here in Q3? I expect these 5 that have gone out early probably have. Barbet, Zyros, Leigh, Devil, and ICU. All drivers we expect to have pace. Rayburn also making his way out onto track now, just a little bit further behind.
Echo, if you would like to have an interview, please join the Discord. I will drag you in. Yeah. Okay, here he is, Alpine driver. Echo, hello.
Hello, hello.
Hello. How you feel after the Q2? It was a disappointment, or it was what you were expecting? Yeah, please tell us.
Throughout the whole session, my laps were really fast, and then until the chicane was when I invalidated, obviously. And then on that lap, I was actually up on Berkey, so I think I would have been through. And then, yeah, the chicane happened again.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, elimination in Q2. Still, though, we have plenty of laps of racing coming to us very shortly. How do you expect you're going to recover from this result? Do you think points are on the cards today?
Yeah, 100% points on the cards. I think I was really fast in quali, so I think I can take that into the race.
All right then.
So, are you ready to help your teammate because he's one of the cars that gonna, I feel, play for podium at least, drive for podium in any scenario? Are you ready
I
to
have
help?
returned.
Oh yeah, 100%. If any of the cars that pit and end up behind me, I'll defend as much as I can.
Lovely. Barbans is definitely happy to hear that, I believe. Thank you, Echo.
All right. Yeah. Best of luck for the race. Hopefully, points heading your way. So
Kaboom.
most of the drivers now on flying laps. Just Berkey and Bowie on our laps. Currently, Zyros has invalidated his first run. That is not ideal for him. So we're gonna
Toilet
have
flag,
Barbans,
yes.
the first car to the line. He is currently seeming to have some quite good pace here. We have yellow flags. That is Unks G. Not sure if he was just backing out there. Barbans, though, towards the line. His first run in Q3 on the soft combat tires. What time is it going to be? It's a 1:13.695. Let's see what the
Jesus.
others are doing. Blaze coming into the pits. ICU does a 13.75, half a tenth slower than the Alpine. Next, we're going to have Devil in the
I'm
house,
not last,
making his
Nielsen.
SDRL
Someone
debut.
crashed
Let's
out of
see where he
qualifying
can put
without
his
setting a lap.
car here in
So I'm
Q3.
only 19th, sorry.
Oh, losing the rear on the exit of the final corner. Almost into the barriers. Actually, that might have been lag. I've seen that a couple of times. A 14.6. I expect that it could be a combination of old
Josh.
tyres, maybe.
Yep, Josh is, by the way, ready for interview.
All right, then.
Hello, Josh. Are you with us?
Earth to Josh. Come in, Josh.
Josh?
Josh has forgotten he put himself in the interview channel, obviously.
One second. Yeah, not too sure. All right.
Okay.
Well, we'll see if we can get him later.
Yeah, yep.
Maybe he could. We'll see him after the race, but it looks like it's not working for him right now. Maybe an issue with his Discord. Raven, in the meantime, has gone up to 4th with a 1:15.4 here. Yeah, his mic wasn't working. We'll see if he can get that fixed for the end of the race. Maybe we can talk to him then. But we'll have to wait and see. A couple drivers now coming to the end of their laps. 7 minutes left on the clock.
Who you think gonna take the top 3 spots?
Okay, if I had to say it right now, I think I would go for a Barbans ICU. That P3 is really tricky between Lay and Raven. To be honest, I think both the McLarens have a shot for that P3, but also it's going to be so close. I mean, look at the gap between Barbans and ICU, just a couple hundredths.
Crazy.
I think anyone has a chance in there. Berkey up to third fastest now with a 1:14.5. A lot of these
Nice one,
drivers
Berkey.
I expect on used tyres here for their first run. Zyros on Lay back out on track again. I think they're looking to do 3 runs here. And Unksg, second lap on those tyres is a 13.717, just 200ths behind Barbans. I think that was on used tyres as well. Yes, it was. So he's showing some pace as well, potentially. One that I wasn't actually considering. He could be up there in that fight for pole. Here we go with... so let's go to Zyros. He is the lead car. He's got the Rebel of ICU in front of him, who gets out the way there on the exit of Tamburello. Lay just following through behind. 4 drivers yet to set lap times in this session. 2 of them could be in contention for that fight for pole. We could be having a 5 or 6 car battle here for this pole position. I think this is going to be one of the closest qualifyings and potentially one of the closest races of the season as well. This is going to be a very exciting one.
Close. Yes, and we have Dragon waiting for interview.
Alright, let's drag him in quickly just before we get to the final runs here in Q3.
Exactly. Dragon, are you with us? Very quickly before the last runs.
Hello.
Yeah, hello Dragon. How do you feel about your
Hey, nicely done,
quali
Red Dot.
pace? What went wrong?
Nothing really. That's all I got.
It was expected.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't
And
like Imola. It sucks.
oh,
For me.
okay. Okay. I see. And what do you think about your team? What kind of tactic you guys will try to do? What you're gonna do for your teammate? Because currently he's Tekubi's, let's say, main rival
Rob, sorry to disappoint.
in Q3, and possibly
Realistically, Q2 was
he will
was a
be on the
pipe
front
dream.
row. What do
Yeah.
you think you can do
All I can do.
against ICU,
Yeah.
helping Tekubi?
All
What do
I
you
can
think?
do really is letting him through. Not cause him to lose time fighting me. He's gonna be on a different strategy, obviously, than me. So yeah,
Okay.
he just needs to get lucky, and we need to get lucky also with a few maybe safe
5-stream
cars,
streak. Thank
which
you,
there
Con.
probably will be.
Your
since
support is
Imola,
always appreciated.
And yeah.
All right, just
That's-
quickly, Dragon, before we head down for these final runs in qualifying, do you think you have a chance here for points, or is your race just going to be focused on bringing the car home?
Honestly, I don't. I'm just gonna depend from like I don't know if P5 does like a Valtteri Bottas in Hungary and crushes everyone out in front. But yeah, other than that, I don't have really much pace in Imola. Maybe in quali a bit better the pace, but yeah, I don't expect points by pure pace.
All right,
I
then.
think
Well,
he's,
best of luck
joking,
for the
Rob.
race for you. Hopefully, you could get a shot there for some points. And now, 3 minutes left on the clock here in qualifying. Just while we were talking to Dragon, Zyros.
Thank you, Dragon.
Bye bye.
Zyros went up to P4 with a 113.759, 9 milliseconds behind ICU. 4 drivers
Well, it's
within
close
half a
at
tenth,
the
pretty much.
close at the
in
top,
the
isn't it?
top four.
113.8.
Raven's
The
just on
top
a
5 is
113.8.
only
I'm not sure if we'll have enough time to do a
a
final
tenth
lap.
and a half,
That might
nearly
be
2
his
tenths
last
behind.
lap. Lay was on a lap as well at the same time as Zyros. Unfortunately, she invalidated that one, but she is in the pit lane. She will have time to go for another one. And Barbans briefly headed out onto track, but had an invalidated lap as well. He has just made it back to the garage. Now out on track, we have Unksji, and we have a few more cars heading out from the pit lane as well, a Williams and
It is
a Haas. Everything is about to get a
crazy.
bit chaotic
It
now.
is crazy.
Oops, what's
There's
happened
only
to Raven?
0.06 between P1
I'm
and
watching
P4.
Raven on my screen. You're
It's gonna
watching
be
the
very
SDRL
close.
channel.
Yeah, exactly. So
I think he was
I'm not sure. Let's
going very quickly, trying to get round for another lap.
Unksji might actually be doing a second out lap, I think, given the amount of fuel he has and how early he has gone. He's got 1 minute 50 still left on the clock.
Thank you, Savko Bates.
We'll
Good
have
to
to
see
wait
you
and
again.
see.
Yeah, it was a good weekend for
Raven
McLaren, wasn't it?
Raven doesn't have fuel. I think he might try and get back into the pit lane, but I don't think he'll have the time to get back out onto track. He's gonna try it though, I think.
How
As
long
fast
left?
as he can, probably cut all the chicanes. It's quite fortunate for him there are quite a few. Everybody apart from Raven now on the
1 minute
track.
24.
Here we go with Unksji. Is this going to be his flying lap? I expect it will be actually now. Down
Yeah, I'm
towards
not
the
sure why
Tamburello
they were
chicane. There's
entertaining
lots of
Donald Trump,
traffic in the
but
middle
hey,
sector now.
each to his own and all
Every
that.
single car apart from Raven and Unksji in that middle sector. He might have a bit of traffic to contend with. 1 minute 8 left on the clock. I don't think there is time for Raven, unfortunately. It's going to be P5 at best for him. Purple first sector for the Ferrari. He is flying along. Could he try and contend for balance? Remember, his 113.717 was set on an old set of tyres. I think there is still definitely some pace, but he might have some traffic to contend with in the final sector while other people are preparing for their final laps. Here he comes
Yeah,
now, and he's lost the rear on
if
the exit of
McLaren,
Aqua Minerali. Has that cost him time? He's backing
really
off.
have that
Does he
pace,
have the
then
fuel
there's a
to
good
go again?
chance.
He does just about. But whether he'll be able to charge the ERS is another question. Next car to start the final
Yeah,
lap
once you get in the
is
race,
gonna
Rob,
be
just
Bowie
retire.
now,
I'm sure
and then
they'll
we're going to
ask you
have
to.
a very large group.
And then
25
they'll,
seconds
create
left
a
on
new
the clock.
lobby.
Is everybody going to be able to
if you
make it to the
retire
line
rather
here?
than
They are
quit,
queuing up now.
then you'll be back in the
through
same
Avanza.
lobby and they will create a
I'm not
custom
sure whether
grid.
Unksji will be able to make that final corner. Maybe not Barbans either. 15 seconds, 14, 13. I think Barbans will just make it. It's going to be very close with Unksji. I don't think Unksji is making it, unfortunately. 5 seconds left on the clock as he comes around the final corner. 3, 2, 1. He hasn't.
No,
He
just
hasn't made it.
No, just
Less than
retire.
a second
Retire
he
from
missed out
session,
by.
what a
Rob.
mistake.
So unfortunate
What
for
a
him.
mistake.
Bowie currently
Worst
on
case,
a
they'll
lap,
just invite you in
2/10 off
again.
the
I wouldn't
purple
worry about
sector
it too
one. He
much.
still has some decent pace. They could be looking for a low 14, maybe jumping himself ahead of Berkey and Devil through the middle sector. On par with one of I'm not sure which sector that was the Barban's did, but on par with one of Barban's sectors at least. Let's see.
Fastest sector 1 I see you.
Yeah, lots of drivers in those low 23.6s through sector 1.
Cyrus invalidated.
That is crucial. He is going to be out of that chance for pole. P4 at best for him. Bowie to the line. So it's a 1:14.3, and that puts him up to 6th place. We got Shan now to the line, invalidated. Doesn't get a lap here in. Lay is another driver who hasn't set a lap yet. Devil to the line, goes up to 6th with a 1:14.2. Just a couple hundredths ahead of Bowie. Lay to the line, not able to get into those 13s. A 1:14.189. ICU fast with a 1:14.3. Barbans goes even faster. A 1:13.7. Barbans takes pole here in Imola. The only driver left on a lap is Berkey, and he has invalidated. So there is your grid. Hungarian front row lockout. Barbans snatching
Another
pole
one, didn't they
in the dying
do that
stages.
in Austria?
It's a 13.371 for pole.
P8 to P1 in a second.
Yeah. And
What a domination from Hungarians.
Unfortunately-
Tekubi definitely is not happy.
Okay, let's
Unfortunately, it
the
wasn't
race
as close
prediction
as we
then.
were expecting
Options
it.
are
Yeah.
DNF, 16th to
but
20th,
less than a
11th
10
to 15th,
separating the
6th to
top
10th,
two,
or 1st to
Amsterdam,
5th.
Zyros both within a couple hundredths.
Place your bets.
Same with Lay, Devil, Bowie as well. Yes, there will be a lobby restart, so please everybody
Retire.
retire.
Indeed, Red
Do
Dog.
not leave the lobby, just retire, guys.
So we will have a lobby restart. It'll take them a couple of minutes to
Belgians were
do the custom grid, I'm sure.
a bit a problem for the Hungarians. There's a rivalry going on. Hungarians versus Belgians. Let's see this round 10. Will be similar to Austria.
So
or
there
not.
is our track.
Cyrus and
You can see
Tekubi.
all the corners I'll be
Let's see
going
what
slow
they're
at.
gonna do
They have numbers next to
against
them.
Hungarians.
Yep. Okay, so we will be back
yeah.
in just a second once the lobby restart is done. Everybody, please just retire from the race as quickly as possible so we can get this underway ASAP.
Thank you, Pint Size. It'll be a couple of minutes yet while they sort out the custom grid. I try not to. I've DNF'd 3 times so far this season. Yep, thank you, Josh. This is where we find out how many people aren't listening to... Thank you, congratulations. This is where we find out how many people are actually listening to the commentary channel. To know, they'll probably wonder why all these retirements are going on. Virtual safety car. P13. I'd settle for that in the race, to be honest. Oh, 14 now. So don't forget to retire, says Josh, and then continues to, yeah. Just doing mayhem. Well, why not? Yeah, you're not missing anything. It's just a lobby restart going on, so everyone driving like loons. Yep, that's fine, Red Dog. Thank you for letting me know. So I wonder who won. One day I'm just going to try and do 3/4 of a lap so I can at least get a screenshot of me on the podium of an SDRL race. Exactly, Rob. Downsy. Yeah, came 14th. Not too bad. Like I say, if I get that in the actual race, I'll settle. Exactly, yes. Was it? Wow. Yeah. Okay, I've knocked the game down a little bit. Thank you for that, JBG. Keep an eye on it for me if you wouldn't mind. Yeah, I have done JBG. The volume level that you hear is independent to what I hear in my ears as well, so it's not too much of an issue. Sometimes a little bit difficult to tell because my OBS voice level meters are all behind the track information. Sorry, the race information overlays that I have, so it's a little bit difficult to see them sometimes. Let's turn it down a little bit more. If it becomes too quiet, let me know. At the end of the day, it's just engines. Hey, Luxie, good to see you. How are you doing? Hope your week's going well. It's been a long weekend for us in the UK. We've had a bank holiday today. I spent most of it in bed. What a waste. How's F1? Well, the usual. I'm one of the slowest and down at the back. Starting P19 on the grid. I know I'm only not 20th because someone crashed out in qualifying without setting a lap time. We're doing a 50% race around Imola in the SDRL, the Sir Dogan Racing League. I am in this lobby, Luxie. Trust me. I can't remember. Let's have a look through the list, see if I can... Might have been Dantax, Josh. Stick around, Luxie, and prove just how wrong you are. If I finish, I'll be pleased. And that's about it, really. I will almost certainly be last on the road, even if I finish. Probably after about lap 3, I won't see another car unless there's a safety car, or I get lapped, both of which are equally likely. And the curbs, to a certain extent, Josh, they're never kind to me. But hey, I enjoy it. That's what matters, right? Where did you place your bet, Red Dog? Not to put the pressure on me. Okay, well, nice to have your lurk, Luxie. You went for 1st to 5th, Josh.
All right, everybody, let's ready up. Let's get this underway.
Top 16. All right, we'll go for that then. We are about to start. 50%, Michael. Okay. So we are about to get going. Everybody, or most people, have readied up. Okay, AD. Yep, that's the best I can hope for, Red Dog. Mods, once the lights come on, if you could knock text-to-speech off until I call for it to come back on. Yeah, fingers crossed, Josh. Same for me. Although if you get one at turn 1 here, that would be an amazing, because turn 1 doesn't really exist. It's that little left-hand kink down the main start-finish straight. So if you go out to turn 1, I will be impressed. Yeah, I actually had a great start at Austria. I made up about 4 places. which for me is almost unheard of. Mainly because I missed my braking point and had to dive down the inside, and luckily didn't collect any. Top 20, yeah, thanks for that, Corn. No idea about fuel for this, so I'm just going to leave it where it is. Realistically, it makes zero difference to me. Saving a lap's worth of fuel isn't going to propel me up the grid. Yep. Setup is loaded. Good luck, everybody. See you on the other side. So yeah, once the lights come on, text the speech off, please, mods.
We are back here now for the start of this
I will call for it to come back on at some point.
Here we go for the 5 lights. And we are underway here in Imola. Looks like it was a decent start from Barbans, but ICU getting a much better start. The Ferrari of Ungsti also getting a good start. Barbans down to third already off the line. Ungsti up into the lead, getting an amazing start from third place on the grid, up into the race lead. Further back, this crash. There's a front wing off in the background. Who's lost their wing? Virtual safety car has been deployed.
Mufi and then 19 and 20 at the moment.
Mufi's missing his front wing. Has anybody else taken some damage there? I'm not sure if it's just Mufi there, but unfortunately the Alfa Romeo has lost the front wing.
6 positions. 6 positions.
Yeah, let's have a look at those tyres as well. That explains how Ungsti got up into the race lead. Soft compound tyres for him. Hards for ICU, Barbans, Zyros. Softs for Lay. Mediums for Raben. Devil, Berkey, hard. Takubi on the soft. That also explains his position jump. Shan, Dragon, Echo, Downsy, Rob, Lewis, and AD on the mediums. Bowie, Josh, Mufi on the hards. Unfortunately, Mufi is going to have to come to the pits. And Sos for Dantax. Maybe he's picked up a small amount of front wing damage as well. It'll be interesting to see what caused that contact that's lost Mufi's front wing. We'll have to wait and see. VFC should be coming in shortly. We'll have to wait and see how good of a start can Ungsti get here. Is anybody going to pick up a drive-through penalty on the race restart? We'll have to wait and see. Coming down the start finish straight, and we are green. Laytat getting a really good start. Zyros bogging down. So is Barbans. Lay up to P3 off the start there. Gaining positions already. Under pressure a bit from Barbans as we head down towards turn 1. Dragon and Mufi into the pit lane. Some wing downs from Dragon as well. And we have a Sauber off, cutting the corner at turn 1. That is to Zyros. He's dropping down the order. Now down to P9. Takubi up into P7 on soft compound tyres. All over the back of Devil as well as we head through to the end of Sector 1. Could he try it round the outside here into Tosa corner? Yes, he can. Getting the move done on the Hash driver up into P6 already. He is straight onto the back of the lead pack with those soft compound tyres. Very nice job from him. Lay on the back of ICU as well, and Ungsti out in front with the soft compound tyres. 1.6 seconds clear here on lap 2. Already pretty much pulling a 2-second gap before the DRS is even enabled. Rob getting a move done on Zyros as well. Zyros really struggling on those hard compound tyres. Echo and Josh fighting as we head down towards Tamborelli. Josh losing 2 positions. I don't have towards Tamborelli, to Varianti Alta. Getting my corners all mixed up now.
Takubi went to P5 in his lap 2.
Takubi on a charge, up 10 positions, and Lay getting past ICU round the outside of the final corner. They're going 3 wide now, almost down the main straight. Takubi looking to make more positions. He's up past ICU. His championship rival has been overtaken here as they start lap 3 now down towards turn 1. They're going 2 by 2. Raven and ICU, Barbans and Takubi into turn 1. Who's going to come out on top? Barbans managing to defend it, but Takubi going to try it round. There's contact between the pair of them. Takubi up to P3 here. And now down towards Villeneuve. Barbans losing even more positions. Here comes ICU to the inside, getting up past, up into P5 on the hard compound tyres. Barbans having a horror start from P1 on the grid down to P6. Takubi from 15th up to 3rd. It's been an amazing start. Those soft tyres really working. Ungsti 3 seconds
out in front from Lay on lap 3. He is absolutely flying out in front. Is he burning those tyres up too much? Takubi really holding Raven up here on those medium tyres, actually. He's all over the back of him. Massive queue forming behind Takubi here, all the way down to P13. Josh in this DRS train. DRS is enabled as well. There is 3 seconds time penalty already. Not a great start for him. Down in 16th place. Zyros, I think, must have picked up some wing damage there. He's had to pit, yeah. Unfortunate for him, but we'll have to wait and see how well he can recover. Takubi is already out of battery. That might explain his lack of pace. Flashing already, and he didn't get DRS.
DRS? No DRS? Raven going for the move.
Raven threw up into P3. Takubi losing one of those positions. He just didn't have the battery. He didn't have the DRS. I think there must have been a mistake from Lay there, because Lay is significantly closer than the DRS detection. Maybe a mistake on the exit of the final corner. Now through the Villeneuve chicane, nobody quite close enough to make any moves here, but Takubi ahead of his championship rival, crucially after starting over 10 places behind ICU on the grid, already ahead.
Track limits.
In the early stage of this race, although they are on a very different tyre strategy here, that could play into ICU's hands in the latter stages of this race. We'll have to wait and see how it plays out. Maybe a safety car coming early on could bring this back into Takubi's hands, get them onto a similar strategy, and convert this back to an advantage for him. Maybe, I think the soft tyres have already died off, to be honest. Raven seems to have the pace over Lay and Takubi here, and ICU managing to keep up with Takubi as well. In fact, down towards the penultimate corner, Raven almost having a look there for the overtake. These 4 cars very close together. Lay really starting to hold these cars up.
5 seconds gap between NXG and Lay. NXG is cooking.
NXG has absolutely flown away with this. The worst case scenario for him will be a safety car. Down towards the Tamburello chicane we go. The McLaren swapping positions. Lay losing so many positions down to P5. Raven, Takubi and ICU all overtaking, although ICU onto the curves there, onto the grass as well. And he's back down to P6 behind Barbans. Devil and Berkey battling as well. Berkey getting past on the exit of Tamburello. Up into P7 for him. The Haas driver dropping down to P8. Not an ideal start in that fighting between Berkey and Devil. Has lost them. DRS to ICU as well. Let's wait and see how the pace of Unshi and Raven plays out with the tyre wear. Those soft tyres are probably not going to be feeling great already early on in this race. Shan and Devil now, as they head down towards Aqua Minerali. Devil has the inside line, just able to defend it. Shan just not able to find a way through there. Although now up the hill again.
Boy waiting his move. Waiting his move to... Oh, lovely move from Shan.
Yep. Oh, and there's a bit of a mix-up there on the exit of the chicane. A couple drivers trying to navigate their way through as the battle was happening, and a little bit of contact there cost them a lot of time. Almost a big crash there. Maybe somebody picked up a bit of wing damage there. We'll have to wait and see. A little bit of contact there between Devil and Downsy through the penultimate corner. Devil onto the gravel, and Downsy through as a result. Unfortunately, Devil losing a couple positions there. ICU back past Lay. Those soft tyres, I think, starting to lose pace here. Unshi still holding 5 seconds out in front, though. Seems to have some nice pace here in this race. Could potentially be on for the race win unless we see some more tyre degradation. Maybe a safety car could bring the others back into it, but as it stands, I think very much advantage Unshi. Doesn't seem that anybody has the pace to do anything. Yellow flags in Sector 1. It's AD, I think, round. Has not got any damage, I don't think. But off into the gravel at Tamburello. Unfortunately, gets back going again. Laytag gets a 3-second time penalty along with Muthi. And that's not going to be helping Lay in this fight.
Maybe
couldn't get reversed there. I'm not sure why.
We'll have to wait and see, but I expect that it will stand. Especially as we're only on lap 6, I expect we'll probably see more warnings from Lay later to come in this race. Barbans now on the back of Lay, and Lay getting a really bad exit out of the Varianti outer. Barbans up into P5 now, although I think Lay might get the DRS off of the Alpine, but Barbans should get DRS as well off of ICU, so not going to help her in her re-overtake. She's really struggling on those soft compound tyres. Under pressure now from Berkey behind as well. Down towards turn 1 is Takubi, going to get close enough with the DRS and the slipstream. They've pulled away from ICU behind. Actually, Lay does get the move done on Barbans. I don't think Barbans had the DRS then. Lay back up into P5, really holding Barbans up here. down towards Villeneuve. Barben's having a look to the inside, not quite able to get the move done there. 2/10 between the pair of these drivers, just not quite close enough. Devil further back as well on the back. And we have more yellow flags. Dantax is out of the race. And we have a safety car.
Safety car.
That is crucial. Dantax doing exactly what AD did, but he's into the barriers. And that is his race over. We have a safety car here on lap 7. Worst case scenario really for Angstji. 8 seconds his lead was. And now we have a safety car. This works really well for AD, Zyros, Dragon and Mufi. They're all going to get brought back into this race.
It's going to be very interesting.
And more drivers who I think this works out really well for. Takubi and Lei. They started on the soft compound tyres. And now they have the chance to pit here. Everybody's going to be forced to pit here pretty much due to the tyre wear they will have accumulated over the first 7 laps of this race. And yeah.
Press mediums. We could have text-to-speech back on if you don't mind, mods.
I think there's going to be a few cars that need to unlock potentially. Actually, no, everybody is still on the lead lap. So that's really good.
Everyone going in a bit.
Yeah, I don't think anybody will... If you stay out here, you're pretty much screwing yourself over. 3 seconds for Dragonflies for track limits as he's trying to make his way through to catch back up. We'll have a look. Actually, I didn't catch if anyone picked... No one picking a speeding penalty, unfortunately, making their way through under the safety car. Devil and Josh, the 2 drivers to stay out under this safety car, taking a gamble here on the hard compound tyres. I think 1 stop still required left in this race, probably. Maybe you can take a hard to the end. This is a very big gamble from them. We'll have to wait and see how it plays out for them, but they're 1 and 2 now in this race. This could work out for them, but that tyre wear is probably going to be costing them a decent amount of time. Let me see if I can actually see. Yes, I can see. A new medium over a second per lap faster than the hard tyres that they are on.
Wow.
So, not ideal position for them. But if Imola is not the easiest track to overtake at, only 1 DRS straight, and the rest of the corners are relatively high speed for the most part, or they're too narrow, too tricky to make the overtakes. The curbs as well make it tricky to go wheel to wheel on this track. It is possible, but tricky. It could give them the chance to try and defend a few positions here. Maybe come out in a better position. Maybe we get another later safety car, and that could put them onto a set of mediums to the end. We'll have to wait and see how it plays out for them. But Devil going to be leading us here under the safety car. I think let's have a look at some of the losers from that safety car. It has to be Lei. I think they're probably one of the biggest losers alongside Angstji. Oh, we've got Bowie dropping down the order. Not sure what's happened to him. But obviously Angstji losing his 5-second lead and lead itself with the 2 cars now in front. But also Bowie just seems to be lagging a little bit. I think he's tapping out, and Lewis going slowly as well. Not sure what's happening there. But Lei had to double stack with Raven there, and it's cost her a couple of positions. She was in front of Barbens before dropped down now behind Berkey. Anyhow, back to the front of the pack. Yeah, Devil on the 8-lap hards. I think is really going to struggle for pace alongside Josh. I think they're going to be dropping down the order like a stone. Pretty much going to become moving chicanes, especially on these first few laps.
Nice try, JVG. Third time lucky.
Really have their pace. Raven on the set of hards. Could he try to go to the end on those? I think that's going to be an interesting one to watch as well. Zyros has just pitted for a set of soft compound tyres. Down at the back in last place. Has nothing to lose really. Going to try and carve his way through like Takubi did on lap 1. Make some places up here. The only other driver on used tyres apart from the top 2 is Mufi down in P16. Unfortunately, he won't get the opportunity to change them.
I'm wondering what Josh can do to help his teammate. They are the only team in top 6. There's 2 Red Bulls in top 6, and right behind Josh there's Anextion, Raven and Takubi. So maybe Josh become a minister of defense for ICU.
The only issue with that is the ICU is at the back of that group of cars. So it doesn't really help him to hold them up. all that much. If ICU was in P3 right now, he could let ICU through on the safety car, restart, and then park the bus through sector 1 and 2. He'd probably get overtaken by a couple of them throughout the lap, but he could try and put some defensive work in. But yeah, unfortunately ICU out the back of that pack of cars, not really going to do him much good for Josh to hold them off. The only person that would benefit would be Devil at the front. So yeah, we'll have to wait and see. So the safety car is going to be in the next lap. Dragon into the pit lane now. I'm not sure what tyre he's onto yet, but he is coming into the pit. So Zyros up to 18th now. Dragon onto a new set of hard compound tyres. He was on 3 lap old hards just now. He has a second set of hards.
I think he can go till the end.
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure. I'm going to have a look quickly. I think it will definitely be a bit touch and go. We have seen Dragon does like to go long on hard compound tyres. We've seen it happen so many times this season. It's how he got his points in Monza. He was trying it in Spain until he got that puncture. He does like to take care of his tyres, try and go long on the hards, and hope that something happens that can help him, like we saw in Monza with that safety car. Let me just have a look. Hard compound tyres at Imola. 20 to 24 laps.
Yeah,
we
thank
have
you,
22
Red
laps. It could be possible for those hard compound tyres to go to the end, which is a really good position for the likes of Raven, Shan, Echo, Downsy, Lewis, and of course Dragon. All of them on the hard compound tyres could go to the end, while I expect the mediums might have a bit of an issue. They might still be able to make it though. The wear between the medium and the hard is not all that different. Safety car is in this lap, down to Devil to bring us in now. Josh right on the back of him. Angstji really eager to get going as well on those newer tyres. Wants to try and rebuild that 5-second lead he had out in front. We'll have to wait and see though. When is Devil going to make the jump? How well can he get on the power? Can he maintain the lead by the time we reach turn 1? Coming through the final 2 corners. When is he going to make it? Josh is almost going to the back of the Haas there. Through the final corner now. When does the Haas go? I think he's gone now. And Angstji already all over the back of Josh as we head towards the start-finish line. Angstji going to be pulling out to the left-hand side to make this move as we make our way down towards Tamburello. Devil is out in front from Angstji now, who gets up past Josh, heading down towards turn 1, getting the move done nice and early as he can. And Devil's wide. ICU, not ICU, Angstji, I'm too used to ICU being out in front. Angstji passed. Josh now in P2, absolute chaos behind, heading through the Villeneuve chicane. We have yellow flags. There's that's Murphy round, heading now into Tosa corner. ICU and Raven and Takubi all battling it out here. Absolute chaos on this restart. One of the Alpines, I think that's Barber's getting forced off. He's down to P7. Not great restart for him. ICU now up into 4th. Josh behind, and Josh has had a spin. Josh losing the car. He's managed to maintain his position. They're 4 wide, heading down towards Aquaman and Raleigh. That's surely not going to end well. Almost contact there between Barber and ICU, and there's a crash.
Oh, this crash, big crash.
Shan out of the race. Berkey out of the race. Barbans was involved in that as well, and we have another safety car.
Big crash. Berkey and Shan out. And I don't know who else had the...
It was Barbans and Devil involved in that as well. Barbans is missing an end plate. He's got to come into the pits. Devil missing an end plate as well. Both the other 2 drivers picking up damage. Not ideal for them. And Angstji into the pits.
Yes or no?
He's pitting out of the lead.
Yes.
That is a bold decision from him. Who else have we got into the pits? Late at 5 seconds for a collision with Josh. What's happened there? Is that coming into the pit lane, I think? Yeah. Will Lay serve that? No. If I expect Lay will probably go to the end on this. Lay had wing damage. I think with that carnage going on throughout all of that, a couple of drivers pick up wing damage. Big gainers from this safety car. Echo and Downsy, 4th and 5th on the hards. Rob is up to 6th as well on the mediums. I'm not sure if they'll go to the end. Although with this safety car, maybe those mediums will have the chance to make it to the end now. 20 laps to go. By the time this safety car's in, we're probably looking at closer to 18. I think there's definitely a possibility of taking mediums to the end from this point.
Dragon back in the game.
Yeah, Dragon's up to P8. He pitted. He was last on that restart, up to P8 now. Very nice restart for him, making his way through the carnage. Obviously, Most of the cars behind him have just pitted for new tyres, but everybody in front of Lewis in 9th.
Down was the P5, Echo P4. Let's see, are they able to keep their position?
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. Everyone in front of Lewis on old tyres, however, they've done about half a lap of racing. The rest of it was under the safety car, so probably looking at not that high wear. Zyros is in a very weird position actually, in P7 on the soft. I don't expect they're going to the end, so it's going to be interesting to see what he does. I expect he'll probably do softs to mediums, maybe a soft to soft, depending on how many laps of racing we have left. But we saw early on with Lay, the softs really weren't working after a couple of laps, so it'll be interesting to see what he's able to do here. Nobody opting to pull into the pits this time around. And, I'd say, yeah, Barbin's down in 13th as a result of that crash. He had to pit. Lay also picked up some damage on that lap as well. We saw her changing her front wing. She is down in 12th. We have quite a mixed up grid here. 4th, 5th, 6th, 8th, 9th. Not really in the positions you'd expect them to be honest. Maybe Dragon, but I think, yeah, it's going to be very interesting. We've got half the field coming up to the front, half of them dropping further back. It might even be a more extreme case of the first restart we just had with Devil and Josh on the old tyres falling back through the field. We'll
hope your mods are ready on your click button. We haven't had a need for it yet. But
lots of drivers getting ready to cut their way through the field here.
And JBG, it's very unlikely I'll ask you to clap.
Everybody has caught up with the safety car now.
So if you hear something that sounds like that, I probably meant clip.
I think we're going to be seeing the safety car in this lap. Hopefully we'll have to wait to see sector line just coming up in a moment. Let's say it's Takubi now. And have we got it? I'm not sure. We'll have to wait and see. There we go, safety car in this lap. Down to Takubi now. He's done this many times this season, leading the championship. The only driver to win multiple races this season, I believe. Unless that changed last week, I can't remember. Alright then. When is Takubi going to make that jump? The McLaren of Raven and the Red Bull of ICU all over the back of him, getting ready for this restart. Who's going to be ahead by the time we reach turn 1? Coming round the final corner now. When is he going to make that jump to go? Going very slowly on this restart. He goes now. Gets the jump on Raven. Raven losing out on his restart. Could be under pressure from ICU by the time we reach turn 1. Now in the slipstream. Ugshi already up past Lewis. Has he done that one too early? I'm not too sure. Down towards turn 1 now. Dragonflies and Ugshi. There's another big crash at turn 1. Chaos on the restart again. What has happened there?
No safety car.
The race has continued, but lots of drivers getting involved. Downsy, Dragon, Rob. Moofy's down at the back as well. Devil. There's a Red Bull without a front wing. That's Josh. AD up to 11. This is a really good restart from him. This is exactly what he needs here. Into 11th right now. Could be on for some points potentially with the chaos that's happening behind him. Late at all over the back of Lewis here. Coming through down towards Aquaminerali. Could you see sizing up a move here? We have Alfa Romeo there of Zyros missing his front wing on the soft. He's going slowly. Lewis is wide down at Aquaminerali. This is absolute chaos here. Latak gets 3 seconds for track limits. Everything is going on here. After the end of this lap, I think AD is going to be up into the points. This is a really good opportunity for him to potentially score his first points here this season. We'll have to wait and see as we reach the end of this race. But on the hard compound tyres as well, he can go to the end. He could be in for a really good shot here. We'll have to wait and see. Down at the front again towards turn 1. ICU has got past Raven. Raven going to be putting pressure on, but ICU going to be putting pressure on Takubi as well. 2 cars into the pits, Lay and Zyros. AD up into P9 now. Although under pressure now from Devil down the main straight and Moofy behind as well. Going to be losing a position here. We'll have to wait and see how this battle plays out here. Coming through Tamburello. AD just managing to hang on to that position. P10 currently, Mufi behind, has a time penalty. Devil going for the move now on Lewis, getting up past. Lewis also has a time penalty. If AD's able to stick with him, this could be a potential chance. Mufi getting past AD. They're through turn 8. AD currently running in P11, 5 seconds to Downsy behind. Downsy on older tyres as well. AD looking in for a very nice chance at some points here. We'll have to wait and see how it plays out. Back out in front though. Takubi, ICU, Raven have broken away from Echo in P4. Echo under pressure from Angshi. DRS is enabled, not for this straight though. It'll be the next time around. Here comes ICU in the slipstream to the outside for Tamburello. Is he going to try and make the move here on his championship rival? No, he's just backing out. We've seen a Mercedes and a Red Bull fighting through turn 1 before, and it did not end all that great. I think there was contact there between Echo and Angshi through the chicane. Angshi dropping quite far back there. Lewis and Mufi battling as well into Tamburello. Both of them drifting and Mufi losing the rear. That's not a great run here and could give AD a chance now as we head down towards Villeneuve. Looks like he's a little bit too far back to make a move here. Unfortunately for him, looked like it could have been a chance, but the two cars in front both have time penalties. If he can stick with them, he is on for some points here. Takubi gets a 3-second time penalty out in front. That is crucial for the battle for this race lead. If he is unable to build that 3 seconds, ICU and Raven are going to be battling out for the win here. Dragon getting past Rob on the soft, but Rob still fighting it out with him as well. Echo managing to defend.
Echo doing an amazing job for Bourbon.
We have yellow flags in Sector 1 as well. That's Josh going slowly. Berkey has left the session. But yeah, this battle for P9 is getting very spicy. This is a big fight as well. Those lower championship positions could mean a lot. Here we go now, down towards someone. Here comes Angshi on Echo and Barbans as well at the same time. I think Echo going to move out of the way for his teammates. ICU getting past Takubi as well into Tamburello.
Flip that, please, somebody.
Angshi manages to stay ahead. Although down towards Villeneuve, Takubi gets a better exit. He's back past. So many battles happening at once, and it's just a bit hard to keep track of all of them. I think there must have been something that happened between AD and Lewis because Mufi has pulled a 2-second gap on them. Fastest lap for Zyros. AD currently sat in P10. Lewis behind has a time penalty. Downsy though is catching. Their points could be under threat from the Williams drive. We'll have to wait and see how it plays out come the end of the race.
AD currently in the 4th.
Yeah, very nice race with him so far. He's managed to make his way through the chaos. Barbans on the back of Angshi as well. But Angshi doesn't have the DRS currently to the cars in front.
I see you out of the DRS of Takeover.
Is that a mistake
no.
then from the Red Bull? Has he managed to pick it up? He has,
yeah.
just about.
Let's see if we can keep it up, chicken.
Just about hanging on to the Mercedes, although 1.3 seconds, 2 seconds now. He might not even reconnect it down this straight actually. Yeah, he hasn't. He's still outside the DRS now. Not great for him. We'll have to wait and see if he is able to reconnect it, but if he is unable to, this could be the chance that Takubi has needed to break away here. Looks like Rob, Dragon and Josh having a nice battle here at the back for these last positions in this race. Going to be interesting to see where they finish. Downsy past Lewis on the exit of Tamburello into Villeneuve. Lewis not getting a great one. Downsy up to 11th, onto the back of AD now. He is on the run for some points as it stands.
I see losing time on Takeover, 1.2.
And although gaining time on the exit, but across the detection point, 1.17, he didn't get DRS. He's going to be under pressure from Raven now, down towards Tamburello. Not great for him. AD also now under pressure from Downsy. Downsy within half a second of him pretty much. Could be a move sizing up for the Williams driver up into the points paying positions. Here we go down the main straight. Raven closing in on the Red Bull, but not closing enough. Barbans also gaining on the Ferrari to the outside of Tamburello. Gets that move done, although basically going to be compromised on the exit. ICU in P2 currently on to take the race win as it stands with that time penalty. Raven all over the back of him, and then we also have Barbans and Angshi just behind them as well. with this fight. Bartman's up into P4. Ungsty's battery flashing a little bit, going to be costing him some pace. But Barbans might be able to connect his DRS to Raven here, which brings them into the fight for the race win here, I understand. This is going to be very interesting. Is Takubi pushing his tyres too hard in these early stages of this stint? Still, we have 13 laps left to go in this race. AD still hanging on to P10 currently. 3 seconds for Josh, down in P16. Not going to be costing him any points as it stands.
Just going to go for the move. Go inside on Dragon. Giving a drop, going to try? No. Back off. There's a battle for P15 as well.
Yep. Downsy all over the back of AD now, just a couple tenths behind Raven, all over the back of IC as we head down the main straight. He has that DRS, he's pulling to the left-hand side of the track, and he is pulling ahead. Ungsty also going for the move, I think, on Barbans round the outside at Tamburello. Here we go, is he going to get a move done? Yes, he does. Bowie getting past Echo as well further back. There's lots of overtakes happening down that main straight. It's the best overtaking opportunity on this track. Here we go now with AD and Downsy down towards turn 1. AD's battery flashing. Downsy with the DRS. He is going to be gaining fast on the Ferrari. Is he gaining fast enough to make the move on this lap though? We'll have to wait and see. Down towards turn 1. Downsy gaining. Not gaining enough though on AD to make the move. AD stays in P10. 3-second time penalty for Latat as well, after she made her pit stop onto the soft combat tires. I'm not sure if they will actually make it to the end. We'll have to wait and see what her pace is like. Raven, after overtaking ICU, has almost reconnected that DRS. If he gets a decent exit out of the chicane, could get back in the DRS with Takubi, and that will be a massive defensive tool for him. Doesn't quite look like he's done it though. 1.1 seconds across the detection. Just misses out with ICU 7 tenths behind Raven here, coming onto the start-finish straight. Raven, even despite that DRS, we have yellow flags. What's happened? Rob and Dragon have come together, I think.
Yeah.
Down at Tamburello, I guess one of them was trying a move on and it just didn't work. I think maybe Rob has picked up some wing damage here as well. He seems to be really struggling.
Yeah.
Echo into the pits. Has he picked up wing damage? No, he hasn't. He's just pitting for softs. Very interesting strategy call from Echo. Not sure if that one's going to work out for him. We'll have to wait and see. That is going to promote AD, I believe, up into P9 now. Under pressure from Echo though. AD is on for a really good shot at some points here. We'll have to wait and see how the rest of this race plays out. Another 3 seconds for Lewis as well. Echo is going to come up behind Zyros in P13. He's going to have to fight his way back through on those softs. And I'm not sure how long they'll last, given what we saw from Lay in the early stages of this race. Lay currently on 6-lap old soft commodities, 13 seconds behind Echo. Her strategy really ruined after that on that
ICU went
restart.
off track.
3 seconds for ICU.
Seconds.
And I think
Raven
Raven's,
in DRS.
I think he's just missed out by a couple thousands. We'll have to wait and see as they come just across the start-finish line here. Has he managed to get the DRS?
No DRS.
No.
No DRS for Raven.
Okay, keep an eye on
And
that
AD's
gap
actually
ahead,
managed to
please.
break the DRS to
5.1
Downsy on old tyres. I
seconds.
think there's a mistake there. We'll have to wait and see. Is AD gonna break that DRS? It doesn't look like he's just gonna be able to do it there, unfortunately. Further behind as well, Echo fighting with Zyros here. Echo off the track there on the exit of the chicane, down towards the final corner. Is he gonna try and move to the inside? No, had a look, but just not close enough to make that one work. The
And
leaders.
XG and Barbans catch the ICU choker. Crazy battle going on P1 to P5.
Yeah, Raven
They're
reconnecting that DRS. It's crucial for this battle out in front. Lewis gets a 5 seconds for speeding in the pit lane, not ideal for him. We're going to have to wait and see what's going to happen in this race. Still 10 laps to go, still plenty can unfold here. But I think there's still a lot of drivers laying into the pits as well. Still so many drivers who might have to make a pit stop here. And Ungsty off the track as well. I don't think he would have picked up a warning for that. Looks like he backed out. But, I mean...
Yeah,
This-
Raven will have the DRS.
Red Bull off! I see you! Into the barriers!
Lost it.
Takubi's in the bus. We have a safety car!
Safety car. What is going on?
The leader, Raven, crucially though, passed. Has he? Raven hasn't passed
They've
it!
got a pit for softs,
Takubi's
haven't
into
they?
the pits onto a set of
my
soft
God.
compound tyres. and everybody behind Bowie in P4, the first driver who didn't pit. The top 4 aren't going to get a chance to pit here. Rayburn, Ungshi, Barbans and Bowie going to be on old tyres unless they pit, but they're going to lose so many positions. This is also going to allow the people further back to catch up. 5 seconds for AD for speeding.
AD, no!
Oh, you're kidding.
So unfortunate for him.
I had that, clip that, I'm sure I had that, the pit limiter selected way earlier than that.
And that's so unfortunate. They just passed the pit lane. They're caught up to the safety car. Although they have such a large gap to the rest of the field. A lot of the field was over half a lap down. And also they're all coming into the pits. I think that the leaders might just about be able to get round to the pit lane and maybe only lose a couple of positions. They might come out down to like P8 behind Mufi maybe, I'm not too sure. We'll have to wait and see. But yeah, unfortunately, a couple drivers not getting the strategy nailed here. AD unfortunately picking up that 5 seconds well. He might come into the pit lane at the end of this lap to serve that one. I expect everybody's going to have new soft tyres available still. Actually, Lei, she started on the soft. She ran a set of softs after the first safety car with that wing damage, and she went on to another set. She's had to pit for a set of medium tyres. I'm not sure whether that's because she thinks the softs are going to run out of pace or whether she's actually just run out of tyres.
So do I save my penalty?
The train into the pits. Takubi takes the race lead. 5 seconds for Rayburn and Ungshi. Both of them picking time penalties up. This is going to be a race of penalties. Look how many drivers have time penalties. Takubi, ICU,
I
Rayburn.
think I need to.
Actually, let me wait until all the drivers...
Well, it's either that or 5 seconds at the end of the race.
That is very interesting. Maybe he picked up some wing damage. That would explain why he was struggling so much to catch up to Takubi despite the better tyres. So, time penalties for Takubi, ICU, Mufi, Ungshi, Rayburn, AD, Lewis, Lay, Josh Dragon and Rob. All of them have time penalties. AD is into the pit lane to serve that time penalty. He's making it. I can see on the map he was going much more cautiously into that pit lane. So he'll serve his time penalty. And he'll actually only lose, I think, 3, maybe 4 positions as a result. So not too bad.
AD could do awesome without that penalty.
Yeah, we'll have to wait to see what's going to happen here. I mean, if we get a safety car in the last 2 or 3 laps, with the number of drivers with penalties, I wouldn't count anybody out of getting points already. And AD managing to keep it clean without getting those time penalties. AD's going to come up behind Dragon, but in front of Rob. I mean, if the race were to end under the safety car, well, it can't end. AD could be, with a late safety car, at least jumping up to P12 at a minimum. And there's still potentially penalties to come later on as well. There's been a few incidents, I think, in this race, potentially some stewards' inquiries to come later on. We'll have to wait and see how it goes.
I need to change the mapping of that button. It's really hard to press on the steering wheel.
So let's just have a look at the tyres.
I'm never sure whether I've pressed it or not.
Everybody's going to be on the same tyres to the end of the race here. So we can see the penalties. Pretty much everybody on the soft except Lay and Dragon on the medium tyres. All of varying ages, but all put on under the safety car, I believe. Maybe Echoes were a lap earlier or something. I expect the safety car will be in at the end of this lap, I think. I think everyone should catch up by then. I'm not sure whether it'll catch up with coming regardless. I can't remember how many laps it's been out for. Devil. Something's happened to Devil. Devil spun and Devil out. What happened to Devil there? Spinning under the safety car at the Villeneuve chicane. I'm not sure what's happened to him.
Because they're the rules. You can't serve a drive-through, but you can serve anything that requires you to stop.
Inquiry into that one. Maybe there's contact with someone.
Because a drive-through, you would get around so much of the penalty. you know, drive-through is like 20,
Just
25
3 cars
seconds,
left to
but
catch
under
up
the
now.
safety
They're
car it's
making their
only
way
about
to
10.
the back of the pack now. AD, Rob, and Lewis. Safety car is in this lap. And Takubi out in front, going to be leading us in. But the first driver without a penalty is Barbans. If he's able to keep up, he is, despite being in P5 right now, in a net P1 position. Takubi waiting for that safety car to reach the pit lane, getting ready to get racing here again in Imola. ICU on the back of him, his championship rival. They're going to be looking to pull away. Takubi making that jump now, getting back underway. Has he got a good restart? It looks decent. Angstrom managed to get a really good restart, so much I think he had to back out from that one. Otherwise he would have overtaken Mufi too early. Angstrom already up to P3, under pressure from Mufi though. They're going wheel to wheel down towards turn 1. Who is going to come out ahead? Angstrom has the inside line. Mufi trying it around the outside. Is he going to make that one work? Little bit of contact there, I think, on the exit. And Mufi just coming out behind it in the end. Going to be under pressure now from Barbans as they head towards the Villeneuve chicane. Not quite close enough there. Raben in P6 currently with the time penalty. Mufi gets another 3 seconds just to add to his pain. Barbans up the inside through Tosa. Going to be trying it now. Backing out though. Doesn't want to take any risks here. He's the first driver without that penalty. So could be on for a very decent result here. Lots of potential for positions gained here on this restart. There's still quite a few drivers without penalties. Barbans, Bowie, Downsy, Echo, Zyros and AD, the only ones without a time penalty currently. They could be on to gain a couple of positions here come the end of the race. Lap 27 will be started very shortly, so 6 laps left to go in this race. We'll have to wait and see what happens here. Echo all over the back of Downsy, currently for P8. Let's see what they are able to do here. Down the main straight towards turn 1. Barbans getting past Mufi. That's a crucial move for him. Now up into P4. Takubi and ICU battling out in front. Raben also getting past Mufi. So Mufi losing 2 positions on 1 straight there. Anschi has not got the DRS on ICU though. Their battling has cost him that, and also Mufi losing the rear. Here comes Bowie now to the inside. Bowie getting up into P6. Nice move from him. Yeah, I think this race might come down to penalties in the end. We'll have to wait and see what happens. Takubi and ICU currently leading. Barbans within that 3-second window though. Down in P4. Mufi, I don't know if not Mufi, that's Zyros, sorry, off the track there. A little bit wide on the exit of the chicane. Going to be under pressure from Lay. Lay currently has 9 seconds of time penalties, unfortunately. Not how she would have been looking for her race to go. DRS now enabled here on lap 28 of 32. 5 laps to go. Who is going to be able to make some positions up here on this final stint of this race? Down towards turn 1, Lay putting pressure on the Alfa Romeo, not close enough to make a move. Just missing out there. Gonna have to wait and see. Raben gets a 3 seconds. That's not good for him. As it stands, Raben's penalty would drop him all the way down to P13, out of the points. Such is the small gap between the field. These penalties are going to prove a little bit costly, I think. Angstrom gets a 3 seconds as well. He's got 8 seconds as well now, and that's dropping him down to a similar position as Raben. With only 4 and a bit laps left in this race, I think there's going to be a couple of shock drivers dropping outside of the points here.
Echo and Downsy.
Yeah, Echo and Downsy could be on for a very good result here. They're going to gain a position on Mufi, Raben and Angstrom. Up 3 positions will put Downsy up into P5. Bowie up to P4. Yeah, this could be a very interesting end to the race. Takubi and ICU have managed to break away out in front. Angstrom holding Barbans up a little bit.
Echo trying a move here. He got past Downs. He's trying it on Moofy, and there's contact. Moofy's round. Moofy sent spinning around. I don't know if there was any damage for any of the other cars. Echo now up into P7. AD into P13 here. 3 seconds for Lewis. He's down in last position currently.
Okay, the gap to the car
Bowie
ahead is
up
5
to
seconds. Let's see
P6
if
on
we
the
can
track.
bring it
3
down.
seconds for Rob. That's 6 in total now. He's on the back of AD fighting, but won't really gain anything as it stands. Yeah, with these penalties coming to some drivers. 3 seconds for Josh. With these penalties coming to some drivers, there is potentially a chance for some drivers down at the back to snatch up some points. Josh, AD, maybe Rob if something happens in front. There's still lots to play for here in these late stages of this race. We're going to have to wait and see what happens here.
I see 0.5, 0.4 behind 50.
He is closing in.
Gap, but not enough.
And also,
2 laps to go.
yeah, and also 3 laps to go. Also, remember, Barbans
I'm not sure how you get net P10, but
a time penalty as of right now. He is in a very nice position to take another race win for himself.
And that's just 5 laps of fuel remaining.
I think this is just going
What
to
an
be,
interesting race this was.
yeah.
So interesting. I like the mid-pack battle is gonna be also interesting with the penalties. I don't know, 9 to 10.
yeah, it certainly is. Congratulations.
Barbans crucially getting past Dungy. He made a mistake on the exit of Aquaminerali, went a bit wide there. He's been overtaken by both of those cars now. Raven up into 4th. Barbans up to 3rd. He has his sights now set on the leaders. He doesn't even need to overtake them on
It's
track,
not
but
unknown.
he has the option to, really. As we now start the penultimate lap of this race, 2 laps to go. Let's see what they can do. This is probably going to be a battle for P2 depending on the penalties. Bowie just outside of that 5 seconds.
We're gonna get another penalty. 6 seconds.
So that fight with Josh is now back on, I guess, if Josh is able to catch that gap back up. It's too late now for a safety car to bring anybody back into this.
0.3 seconds.
But yeah, lots of time penalties here. Potentially posting. The Barbans gets it! Barbans gets the penalty! It's an equal playing field for the top 3 now. They're battling this one on track now. Bowie is 4.5 seconds off of the race lead currently. If these guys start fighting, maybe there's a chance for Bowie to close that gap. It's going to be hard for him, but there is potentially a chance for Bowie to take the race win here. If he's able to close that gap in, we're going to have to wait and see what happens. Another 3 seconds for Angstji. And that is so unfortunate for him. That is going to drop him way down the order. Down to somewhere, I think, outside the points now. He might just squeeze into the 9th or 10th with the penalties behind him of Lay, Josh and Dragon. But yeah, so unfortunate. Yeah, Bowie unfortunately also not closing. He's dropping back a couple of tenths. Although he will be on to take P3, I think. Bowie is currently set to take a podium, I believe. And here comes ICU and Takubi. ICU over the Takubi, sorry, over the curves there. Managed to keep the car in control, but here comes Barbans up into P2. Barbans into P2 now. The 2 Hungarians, 1 or 2 as it was in qualifying, except ICU P1. Takubi sending it to the inside or having a look there. It's the final lap of the race here in Imola. Everything is going down on this last lap. ICU leading us away now as we head through the middle sector. Barbans on the back of him, Takubi in 3rd, but these penalties could prove crucial. Bowie now 3.8 seconds off. This fighting at the front is costing him. It's costing them time. Bowie 8 tenths off the race leader. Once the penalties are applied, he has a chance here. If he can hook a really nice sector off, if these guys start fighting, ICU is pulling away out in front 8 tenths. So 6 tenths the gap. Takubi and Raven very close to the back of each other, and Barbans as well, heading down towards Ravazza. They're not going to get close enough as they come round the final 2 corners. ICU is going to come across the line despite taking a 3-second time penalty. He will win the race here in Imola. Barbans will take 2nd. Takubi takes 3rd, I believe. We'll have to wait and see once these penalties are applied. Bowie takes P4. And I'm going to have to wait quite a while for all these penalties to get processed. We'll wait and see. Raven takes P5, Echo takes P6, Ungshi takes P7, Downsy 8th, Zyros 9th, Dragon 10th, Josh 11th, Lay 12th, and AD is going to come across the line, home in 13th position. Rob takes 14th on his debut,
penalty.
Mufi takes 15th, and Lewis takes 16th.
I'm wondering now whether I should have not served it and took the 5 seconds.
Wow.
It came down to the wire.
Discord, this is chocolate. Wow, what a race this was. Takubi, driver of the day, very well done. P15 to P, as I remember, P3, yeah. Wow.
I'm sure Chocolate will mention it, but that's something like my 5th P13 of the season.
What a race. GG's to everyone.
It certainly was an eventful race, and yes, I kept it clean. I had that spin
So
early on.
ICU taking the race win, 6 tenths ahead of Barbans.
Which,
Takubi
again, didn't help.
takes third, 8 tenths behind Bowie after that penalty. Only a second off
unlucky,
of the
Rob.
race win there. So close for him. Raven takes 5th, Echo 6th, Ungshi 7th,
It was a nice battle with you at the end.
Zyros 9th,
Managed to
Dragon
gap
10th,
you.
Josh 11th,
You did have a
Blake
lot of
12th,
penalties, though, so even if you'd got
Rob
past me,
14th, Mufi 15th, Lewis 16th,
it wouldn't have mattered,
DNFs,
probably.
Devil, Berkey, Shan, and Dantex. Now let's time for the Hungarian national anthem.
Thank you for the clip, Con. I was less than 6 behind. I was in front. No, I wasn't. I was a good 8 or 9 seconds. I'm going to turn off the national anthem if you could let me know when that finishes. I got a copyright strike for the Belgian national anthem last week. So thank you. Oh, what a race. That I was much better than I had any right to think it would be. I'm not sure how much of it was down to me, but a lot of retirements and safety cars at least put me in the mix for a while. So let's get myself in the Discord, ready for the interviews. Winner of the race prediction, 5,300 points being paid out to 3 people. Well done. That's a long anthem. Yeah, exactly. You try an interview for fun? Why not, Rob? What's the worst that could happen?
Alright, so congratulations to ICU for the race win. Let's head over to the interviews now. Normally it'd be you that's starting off, Cert, but you're here now. So let's go for AD first.
Are you with us, AD?
I am with you.
Hello, AD.
Chocolate. Hello, Cert.
P13 for you in the end there. Looked like you were going to be able to capitalise on some of those penalties. Lots of chaos in this race. Just tell us how it was for you.
It was a surprisingly competitive race for me. Definitely helped by all the safety cars and incidents in front of me. I'm now second guessing whether I should have served that 5-second penalty or stayed out. I blame the 5-second penalty on the pit limiter button on my wheel, which is very hard to press, so I'm never sure whether I've pressed it or not. So I suspect what I did was I pressed it twice, turning it on and then off again. But hey-ho. Other than that, a fairly good race for me, and finished in my usual P13.
Yeah, qualifying not the best for you, P19. But you made some places up in the race in the end. And yeah, not too bad a result. In the end, I think, yeah, you did a very good job. Portugal next time out, how do you think you're going to do there?
I'm not too sure about Portugal. It's one of those tracks I don't race on very often. So we'll just have to see. I'm quite pleased I was one of the few drivers that didn't end up with any time penalties, apart from that 5 seconds for the pits, of course. I at least managed to keep it on the track. But yeah, on to Portugal next week. I better get some practice in and see if I can move away from my customary 13th place finish.
Yeah. Well, best of luck for you, AD. Hopefully, gonna be some points heading your way.
Thanks very much. Thanks as ever, Chocolate, and nice to hear Cert in the commentary box for a change.
I appreciate it.
Yeah,
GG's,
no
80.
Cheers, everybody.
All right. Okay.
Bring Dragon.
That's annoying.
I'm dragging him in.
Oh, hello.
Yeah, the race where your game was so broken the pit speed wasn't even working. Yeah, I'll show you my
Chocolate,
wheel.
you are muted for the stream.
It's the McLaren, Fanatec McLaren Formula wheel. And this is the pit limiter button here. And if you listen to all the other buttons. I don't know if you can hear that. But this is the pit button. So I don't know if you can hear the difference between those two clicks. The pit limiter button is a lot harder to press. And I'm not even sure that I've pressed it correctly a lot of the time. So, yes, you can barely hear the pit one, but you hear the other very clearly. Oh, okay.
For the stream.
So, yeah, I think I'm going to have to map it to a different button for the next race because
so while
I'm getting pit lane penalties on
how was the
a
race,
semi-regular basis now.
Very
Hey-ho.
unlucky again. I don't know. It's like people rushing it, like second safety car, when I don't know if it was like second or third, when like the leaders like all crashed out and there was like the safety car, like they were so rushing
pit to DRS.
That caused someone to spin and
well, there isn't really a DRS button
because people rushing.
I use
Same happened in lap 1, turn 1, and
this
I'm
button.
gonna post the incident.
top right
obviously,
is my
so
DRS.
You're gonna see what
microphone out the way.
happened, but super unlucky.
Yeah, this button at the top
I
right
think
is my
we still got a
DRS. This
point,
one at
which
the top
is
left is my
crazy for me,
ERS.
but I think
So I don't
top
really
five
use these toggles, so I may map it to one of them. But that one and the corresponding one on the other side are very loud clicks. So I need to be a bit careful. Have I just muted? Has SDRL gone quiet? Have I broken that?
Portimao, no comment. I'm not sure. No, I've
Anyway,
never
so yeah,
had
I need to have a think about my buttons.
like a proper league race there in Portugal, so we're gonna
Did
see.
you resolve the prediction, didn't you, Corn? I think I saw.
Thank you for
I have
being
one
with
question.
us, Dragon.
Or
One
JBG,
question.
whoever it was.
How was Berlin?
All right. All right. Thank you, Dragon.
All right.
Cheers, mate.
W commentary. Bye bye.
Okay. So
Gonna go now. See you
Chocolate,
Wednesday.
you good?
Thanks, Pint-Sized Geezer. Nice of you to drop in. You resolved the
Maybe
prediction.
not
Thank you,
good,
Corn.
because now I cannot even hear Chocolate.
Really well presented stream.
So we
Definitely
are
come and watch
ready.
again. Well, thank
Hang
you
on.
for saying that. Congratulations. That's
Okay.
nice of you to say so. Be interested in joining the league's Discord and maybe becoming a reserve at some point soon. I'm not sure if...
Okay. Echo.
No. But if you go to the SDRL
Echo,
_ official channel,
Hello. How you doing, Echo?
there will
How was
definitely
the
be a
race?
link in there. Let me see if I
it
can
was
get the
really
link
good.
from
It was really
Certs.
good. P14 was it to P6? I'm happy with that actually.
So I saw at some point you were doing a really big team play.
Trying to find you
were
the
defending
link for the
against,
Discord.
As I remember, an XG it was. For Bourbons, it was the case, or you were just minding your own race and it was just a one stone, two birds
There we go.
scenario for you? What was going on at that point?
See
when
if
I was
that invite link
P4,
works for an invite to
a
the
bit shocked,
SDRL
really,
channel.
And, I thought I should have picked, but I saw Barbens.
Yeah, I'll be back on Wednesday when I have an event. Exclamation mark Discord in the chat will get you a link to my Discord. I have a Wednesday evening event at 10 p.m. UK time, which is a 35% event. This week it is Portugal. And I also run lobbies before that, open lobbies before that. And similarly on a Sunday afternoon from 1:30 UK time, open lobbies to start with, and then a 35% event from about 4 p.m. UK times again.
Well, it was what? Okay, so this result satisfying you, or you think you could do better?
I think I think that's the best I could have done today. Like
Okay, fair
all
enough.
season, I've been getting P10s from a few races, so
Fair
it's
enough.
better than before.
Awesome. Awesome. Glad to hear. And what do you think about Portimao? What you gonna do? What you think? What you gonna do?
I think I'm gonna put in a bit of track time before the race this time.
Oh yeah. Okay. Some practice needed. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So, thank you, GG's.
Yeah.
I hope we will see you next week in Portimao, man. Thank you.
All right. Goodbye. Goodbye.
Cheers. So
Who have we got up next?
gonna be Devil, our host driver. Devil, hello.
Oh, Zooey Mama. Good morning, gents. What's going on?
Hello. How you feel? How you doing?
Oh, look, there's been better races we've had, but look, honestly, thanks.
Let's
F1
not
team,
mention
thanks
those names,
SDRL.
Red Dog.
Been a somewhat emotional morning, I guess.
Oh, I see. And what happened? What the NFB couldn't see? What happened to you exactly? Can you tell us?
Oh, I just had an AI vehicle behind me decide that I didn't exist there anymore.
Oh, it happened
AI.
last
Yeah.
week as well. Just clip it. There's regulations 14.2. Drivers
Yeah,
are
it's already in
responsible
there. It
for
is what
their
it is.
AIs. Yep. Oh, there's
I
unlucky.
do have one
unfortunately.
apology. We had a safety car restart. I kind
You're
of
off for the
didn't
night.
start,
Thank you,
is what it
as
is.
ever, for your company call.
I think people
Thank
need
you
to
for sticking
stop
with us.
trying
You
to
weren't sure
overtake
you'd
in
be able
spots that
to.
they can't. But Barbens, if you're listening, sorry, brother. I oversped the rear wheels. Spun straight into you. So I'll send you the clip of my POV. But
So it
again,
knows his
driving through
rules.
that
Well,
sector
he
to
did have a hand in
Denver, I
writing
think
them,
people need to
so
stop
you would hope so.
trying to overtake.
The AI
there's
one
not
is
many overtaking spots
one
ever,
that we've
and
had to.
everyone's just rushing everything. It makes it very.
I think it's been
difficult.
revised a couple of times, but it's
controversial
AI can
comments
be a
from
problem. So
Devil,
I think the
us
rule basically
driver.
says you are
Let's
responsible for anything
And
your
how
AI
you
does.
feel about
So
Portimao?
the idea basically is
Awesome,
to
yeah.
dissuade people from using
like
it.
the
I think.
track. Whether or not I can make it or not is another story. I'm pretty sure I
Yeah.
can, but if
We
any
will
team
see.
wants to have me as a reserve, I'll try my absolute bloody best. But here's what it is.
Yeah, we will see. Maybe you will be in, maybe you won't. Time will show us, mate.
Maybe. There's that McLaren seat that Cert Dojo very clearly doesn't want.
Alright. So thank you, Devil, for tonight replacing Dark Viper. Happy to have you. And GG's,
No
mate.
worries. Enjoy your night, mate.
Yeah. Cheers. Bye bye.
Bye.
So we have our next guest, Rob. Rob is here. Alpha Tauri driver. Rob. Hello?
Hello.
Is there any chance that you can fix your mic, mate? Because it's kinda.
Great.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
Oh, okay. That ain't good.
Way better. Hello. How do you feel about the race? What's up?
Mixed emotions. I'm frustrated. I was pretty
Rob's mic is,
impressed of how
not
much I
playing well.
managed to survive and
Didn't Rob's phone go
in,
kaboom?
in the first half of the race, and then just bottled. I just forgot what brakes is, and then just crashed into person, and that's it. And then
yeah, please go.
Yeah, and then I had a little bit of incident with the dragon a bit, and then yeah.
Very unlucky. I seen some good battles. I believe there was one interesting position between you and Downsy. I believe there was a contact in turn 1. I don't remember the exact lap, but as I remember, you, Downsy, and one other car had some contact, some situation. Can you explain what happened there?
It's like the after the safety car.
Yeah, I think yes, it was. Yeah.
Yeah, that is the part where I like. What is brakes?
All right.
I like so. Safety car finished, and I was going in. I was pretty excited being P6.
Oh, he's gone.
I forgot what brakes means, and I passed the braking point, and then soon I realized I locked my wheels, and I'd gone straight into him.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, Some people say sometimes like must to end at some point.
I see, man.
So it's a bit disappointing, and it was my fault. I'm not trying to hide anything. I'm just saying it's my fault.
Oh,
My bad. I'm sorry.
Lovely to hear this kind of
But
sentences. So I respect.
yeah,
And
happens.
we know that you're reserve driver. There might be a chance that you might be racing in Portimao again. So I'm gonna ask you, how do you feel about Portimao?
To be honest, I barely touched Portugal track. I mean, I did race with the open lobbies and everything else, but yeah, I'm not really racing for Portugal.
Yeah,
Okay.
Portugal's one of those tracks I think that
So-
people just don't drive
Yeah.
that often. So
Anything can
it'll be
happen.
interesting to see how it goes.
Anything can happen.
I am
Yeah,
sort of
light might
okay
just
there.
turn out and
Better
something can
than
happen.
Imola, I would hope,
Miracle.
but not as good as some of my tracks.
Okay. So thank you for being with us, Rob.
Thank
GG's,
you.
mate.
Thank you.
Have a lovely night.
And you too. Thank you for the something word. I forgot the word already.
Okay,
Opportunity.
mate. Cheers.
See ya.
Bye bye.
Oh, here comes Josh.
And we have our last driver of the night ready for interview. The Wonder Kid himself, Red Bull Wonder Kid, Josh, with us. Josh, hello.
Hello.
How are you feeling?
Very disappointed.
About your performance or the other drivers, that how they are driving?
Well, a bit of both. At the end, I couldn't keep up with Dragon. He was on mediums, but the safety car shafted me. No, he didn't. No. The pile up at turn 1 that Rob caused, I hit the back of Dragon that gave me damage because Dragon had to brake mid-apex. And then I went through that and then hit someone
What did you
who
miss?
was
You missed a very
on the
good
gravel.
interview, Rob.
I lost my entire wing.
Some guy with a dodgy
And
microphone.
at this point, I was on fresher tyres than the entire top 10. So I probably could have got at least a P8 there.
Oof. Very unlucky from
Thanks,
What
Rob.
interview? I'm not sure what his name
There's
was.
a bit counter. I mean, we kind of need this kind of drama, guys. I'm happy to have it. If you guys wanna say something about another driver, drama is a good thing. Come on.
Instant clips are being posted.
So,
See if my name is
you are
mentioned in them.
disappointed about
None so
your
far.
performance and how others are driving. How do you feel about Portimao?
You're on
my
a
best track
PC,
by
Rob.
far.
Yeah, you need to get
It
your
is
microphone
best
sorted, I think.
track by far.
Normally on every track, I'm top 30,000 on time trial, but I'm top 7,000 on Portimao. So
Okay.
I'm really good at it. And I have to get points.
Okay, and you know, Portimao, there's a chance that it can be wet, it can be inters or dry to wets. You never know. It's a complete random track. You never know what happens there. And are you ready for the wet race, let's say?
I've raced on the wet
Look
in
right
there
out by the
before.
look
I
at
just
it. Well,
couldn't complete a fast lap. But I am
you
quite
finished,
fast
Rob,
at
which is more than a lot of people did.
Okay.
You ended up P14, I think.
So
It's
your
not
teammate
too bad.
just won the race, and now between himself and Tekubi, there's literally almost like a couple of points difference. And what's his team game? What's the team strategy for the next races? There's only 2 left, and I feel like you need to somehow help your teammate to secure his championship lead. So what you think you can do for ICU?
Out of the race today, when I stayed out on hards, I was meant to help him, but I didn't realise he was that far back. So that didn't really help. In the next couple of races, if I want to help him, I have to probably stay out on a safety car and slow down whoever's behind him. But that doesn't happen that often.
Okay, fair enough, mate. Fair enough. So I'm wishing you best of luck for the rest of the season. There's two
Your input was on the wrong
races
settings.
remaining,
Unlucky,
and
Rob.
as I can see in the driver's standings, you are 2 P. No.
All the best.
after
Thank you for
today's
dropping in.
result,
Congratulations.
Like,
It
let's
was
say
nice to have
after
you with us.
Austria, you were 2
Enjoy the rest of your
points
week, and
behind
maybe we'll
Downsy,
see you on Wednesday.
And
We're going to be raiding out
what do you think?
after
You
the interviews are
think
done.
You can pass. You
So
can
do stick around for that. I will
end the
post
season,
all my usual stuff. AD raid in the chat
before
once we get
Downsy,
there. Use the emote if you got access to it. I'll be back
Well,
Wednesday evening
I'm
from
tired,
about
I'm tired,
8:30
but
UK
I
time.
got
Open lobbies
absolutely
to start
robbed
with,
twice.
and hopefully an
So,
event.
no,
35%
I don't
race
think I will.
at
But I think I would
Portugal
if I didn't get
from
robbed
10 o'clock.
twice by the stewards.
Thursday, possibly more Avatar, possibly a new game. And then Friday is
Thank you,
Ghost
Josh,
Recon
being
Wildlands with
with
JBG.
Happy to have you,
And
mate.
Sunday afternoon,
Red Bull Wonder
1:30
Kid,
p.m, more
Season
open
2,
lobbies,
Josh
and
loading.
an event at 4 p.m, which I don't know where
Yeah,
it'll be
but
yet.
Chris.
Stay tuned.
Yeah.
Join the Discord,
I
exclamation
hope
mark Discord
I
if
will
you're not
see
already.
better results
Introduce
from
yourself and
your
look
side
out for
the
more stuff
Portimao.
there.
Thank you.
Have a lovely night, mate.
You too.
Cheers. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
All right, guys. There is some technical difficulties from Choco's side, so I took over.
Okay, Chocolate's
It
having
has
issues. That's
been
unusual.
Pleasure. It has been pleasure for having you all. GG's Hamilton versus Verstappen 2.0 in the Tecubian ICU fight, getting heated. It's going to be very interesting, very interesting. Last races is Portimao and then Silverstone.
So 2 more races left in the championship.
It's going to be very close. This
Finishing
all
off with
I know.
Silverstone, which
This
is one
all
of the
what
better
I
tracks
wanna
for me.
see.
So let's
Some
hope
drama.
let's hope that works out.
Good racing. Thank you for you all. We have no one left to have an interview, so I hope
All right, we'll say goodbye to
Chocolate
Seth.
is hearing me right now.
Stick around for the
We are
raid. We're going to
coming the
raid
end.
Phil61,
So
who
take
is
care
a
of
nice guy
yourselves.
playing F123. AD raid in the
if you
chat
would
once we
like to
get there.
join the
Use the emote if
SDRL,
you got it. And hopefully I will see you all
SDRL in the
back
chat.
on
You will have
Wednesday.
the link,
Take care. Enjoy the rest of your week. And bye for now.
Thank you.
See you soon.
And see you next week.